Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the channel that's already passed Mundane Matt's secondary channel in record time. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, back at it again. Hide your kids, hide your wives, because they're very pretty and they deserve to be respected.
Fair enough. That man, Charlie, in the background is the last standing Samoan Nick Utam.
How's it going?
It's going all right, man. It's always a good day for the World Class Bullshitters. And finally, our newest bullshitter, Kendo Slice.
My girlfriend was complaining last night that I never listened to her, or something like that. I wasn't listening.
All right, Dustin.
I'm surprised you have a girlfriend.
No, Dustin would have been like, my girlfriend was complaining. Oh, then I beat her.
Turns out she's been dead for a month. You know, something stupid like that.
I love that joke. That was really good. And then I beat her. That is very good.
So, guys, conservatively speaking, this may be the biggest week in terms of volume of content we've ever had to cover. Trailers, entertainment, all kinds of shit like that. So, be prepared for a very good, dense 90 minutes of world-class bullshitters. But before we get into that, let me give a very special shout-out to a channel. Now, there will be a listener of the week in just a moment, but a very special channel out there has given us a shout-out video. The channel's called the Vaughn Jog Vlog, where I guess the guy named Vaughn jogs around and vlogs. And he starts out his video saying, normally I make these videos to call someone out or rip apart a channel, but ours was different. He gave us a really nice write-up and some really nice praise. And you guys should all go check out the video. It's incredibly well-produced and it's fun to watch. So, the Vaughn Jog Vlog. So check that out and listen to what he has to say about world-class bullshitters. You'll be kind of happy.
Yeah, I
The
was.
only thing I will say about that is he says, mostly have good jokes. I was like, motherfucker, all of our jokes are good. So just correct that shit.
And if they don't land, we record them again.
Maybe.
That's not true.
I know.
No.
No. You've heard me yell at Dustin on air. I didn't cut that out. I don't cut out shit from this show.
You yelled at me
God.
on air. Well, you haven't really yelled at me. You just told me to shut up. And
Yeah,
in terms of shut up loud.
He raised his voice slightly in your direction.
Yeah.
He shut up loudied me.
Yeah. Shut up,
I've
loud.
never got yelled at.
Yeah, why would I yell at you?
What to say? I was like, we get heated sometimes. It's part of the show, baby.
Yeah, we've never actually been in a fight as friends. It's just like, oh, okay. I'll see you in 3 months at WrestleMania. Well, at this point, 2 months.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
58 days or
Yeah,
something.
shit, well, thankfully our
gosh.
trip's all taken care of. So, listeners out there, patrons, World Class Bullshitters is going to produce like a little 5-minute show while we're down in New Orleans. So we're going to record some stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it'll be your first chance to watch us interact on video. So it won't just be audio recording of us around a kitchen table drunk off our asses. We'll be out drunk off our asses on Bourbon Street and other locations around the wonderfully shitty city of New Orleans. So patrons, be on the lookout for that. Now, also patrons. Go ahead, Kendo.
No, I was going to say, I might even throw some jambalaya at people.
There you go.
In celebration, of course.
Okay,
So-
Phil.
So, patrons, you guys really are the lifeblood of helping fund a lot of the stuff for this channel. We've been able to get new equipment. We've been able to buy web space and do all kinds of great stuff. And a very special shout out to a guy, Glennis Wright. He posted today, I'm not going to say an amount, I don't want to put him on the spot or make it all awkward or all about him, but I just want to give him a very special shout and a very personal thank you, because that kind of stuff really is going to help this channel out. So I appreciate it, and from all of us here at World Class Bullshitters, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now,
Gracias.
patrons, you got the James Bond commentary yesterday. Tomorrow, well, I guess by the time you hear that, that'll make it Saturday. So Saturday, February the 10th, that'll be coming to YouTube. We got a little backed up with all kinds of new stuff that we had to do, so the 007 commentaries are not done. Thunderball's in the can. It was a lot of fun, actually. Turned out to be one of our better ones. But we weren't able to hit our target for the 007th of the month. So I guess I should apologize, but you guys got tons of videos this week. So, it all worked out in the end. So you already know it's on Patreon. Check it out. World Class Bullshitters on Patreon. There you go. So now it's time to talk about the news, because next week it's irrelevant. So I got a question for you guys first off.
Yes.
Do you want me to tell you a few news stories that have come to my attention recently that pissed me off, or would you like to do the trailers first?
Piss off first, for sure.
Piss off, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's get the anger out of the way first.
All right,
Yeah.
well, this isn't really so much of a pissed off piece of news, but this is a stupid piece of news. This comes from JoeBlow.com, and it says that Disney's upcoming streaming service won't include R-rated content.
Yeah, we called that.
What?
Yeah,
I remember calling that.
I think we called that. Yeah, we called that when they announced it. Like, yeah, no R-rated content.
So the thing
Yeah.
is,
That will not
listeners,
go on
if you didn't need a reason to not join already, this should do it for you because Disney does own like Touchstone Pictures, which is a subsidiary which releases all kinds of R-rated shit, but that won't be coming to their streaming service. So basically, this is give us $20 a month so you don't have to pay attention to your kids.
Well, also, I mean, will that include the stuff from Fox as well?
They don't own
It would
Fox
have
yet,
to, I would
so-
think. I mean, well, the deal's not done yet, is it?
No, the government
No.
has to approve it. It's so big.
Yeah. It is not official yet. So yeah, I mean, I would think if it is when it becomes 100% official, they own Fox, then they would put their movies on there.
Yeah, but that cuts out Die Hard and all kinds of great shit. Disney, one thing they need to understand is, yeah, children's entertainment is important, but you can't, like, the older dollar does matter.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what the money is between the 24 to 35 year olds and older. That's
Just
what the money is
put it
right now.
behind the age wall. Yeah, just why? Yeah, why would they cut it out? Just say, hey, are you 18? No, okay, you can't watch this shit. Like,
Yeah,
Because
there's
that's
Netflix
not family
Kids.
friendly.
a lot of times I feel like Disney is specifically doing shit like for us, and when I mean us, I mean literally world class bullshitters and our fans, because it's almost like they're doing it just to be like, hey, we're gonna do this, and you think it's a bad idea, and we're gonna be successful, and everyone's like, no, you're not. You keep trying these things, and they don't fucking work. I mean, yeah. I mean, sure, Star Wars make $2 billion, but it's not like controversy where it spurs interest. This is like, you spent a lot of money on a shitty fucking movie. We don't want any more of it level shit. And then they're going to go and fucking make a streaming service, no rated R movies. There's no reason for me. Like, why the fuck would I pay $20 so my kid can watch something and I can't watch any adult shit on it when you have those items in your catalog?
You know, that's
I'm
funny.
not doing it. I'll just fucking either buy it or go to Netflix or fucking Hulu.
Yeah, or
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just pick up the movies that Fox owns that I like now, or have Nick stream or get them for us. That's really much
Exactly.
that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, and piracy still. I think piracy with their stuff is going to become higher because of that. Because you'll have people who can't buy all the seasons of said kids show, who want the current stuff, and things like that. So it's gonna be like, all right, well, we'll pirate the the HD versions. It'll take like a minute, and we'll just get it. We're not going to pay $20 a month for this because it's pointless.
Yeah, and on top of that, to get the Disney Channel, you got to have cable, which is at least $80 a month because they bundle everything to fucking together. And then another $20 for the streaming, and then, well, you want to watch these movies? Oh, no. They're rated R. They won't be here. So then you got to either buy them or rent them on. And it's too much. It's almost, it like makes no sense to get into streaming. It would be more convenient to just either stream it illegally or buy pay TV. And
Yeah,
just
see,
watch
this
it there.
is why I don't understand. Easiest thing you can fucking do. If you have the movie you want to watch, just throw it into said player and watch it. It's that easy.
But you have to get up off the couch and walk over
God
the
damn it.
DVD case, and then you got to push the button on the thing. That's like 30 seconds of being up and moving around when you could just sit on your fat ass and just turn it on.
God damn it, you're right. I'm sorry.
About to channel my inner Scott Steiner about their fat asses.
Can you do some Steiner math for us while you're at it, bro?
There's a 66 and 2/3% chance that I'm not getting Disney.
And you combine that with the fact that
Kathleen Kennedy knows I'm not going to subscribe to it.
God.
Well, there's a
He's not even
99%
surprised.
chance that no one understands what we're talking about right now.
That's
There'll be a few
that's
people
for
in the
sure.
comments. They're going to be like, "Oh my god, that was great, TNA Impact, woo!"
Yeah, well, they better run
like the three
channel.
guys who know who that is. The three guys know who that is.
Loudy will listen to this part of the episode and go, guys, I got that reference. Thank you, Captain America. Shut the fuck up.
I love Decay.
Now appearing in the Impact Zone, world class bullshitters.
Well, Dion, you know it's funny. You brought up about Star Wars making billions of dollars. One of the listeners on our channel goes by the name of KS, was doing some number work for us, and it says the combined domestic gross of The Force Awakens and Last Jedi adjusted for inflation is $1.6 billion. $1.607 billion. The adjusted inflation domestic gross for Star Wars alone, the original one, is $1.635 billion. So combined, the new saga films have made about 2% less than the very first film. So for everyone that loves to keep going on about, well, they made so much money. Well, comparatively speaking, they haven't.
Right.
And that when you use that quantifier, but also, I just lost my point. We'll get back to it later. Jesus. I forgot what I was going to say. I was like, blah, blah, blah.
Well, you were reading a lot of numbers, sir. You were reading a lot of numbers.
Yeah. I mean, I keep seeing 1977, blah, blah, blah. Either way, more tickets were sold for the old shit. Less people went and saw it. Inflation and rising prices and tickets. So,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah.
I was just gonna say, man, because ticket prices were a hell of a lot higher now than they were in '77 and '80 and '82.
It cost us $70 for all of us to go see Star Wars together.
Yeah,
and it was $70 too much.
Well, yeah, we each paid roughly like $21 and change or something like that, or was it 16 something? I don't remember. My point is, back in the '70s when movie tickets were $1, $1.50, $2 maximum, and you made all that money, just think of all those people. Think of the impact.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you back then you didn't have the internet. You had to listen to your buddy who's like, "Dude, go watch this movie. It's awesome." And then you went and watched it, and then you told that that friend told other friend, another friend told other friend. That's how that worked. So it was
Dion,
a lot.
I like to think that
difficult.
Dion, I like to think if you and I were friends back in the '70s when Star Wars was out, between shitty disco and kung fu movies, we'd be going to see Star Wars every week.
dude, it's funny because every time. Like, when you come over, when I go down to Cincinnati, like, we start talking about Star Wars and stuff, and, like, Loudy or someone will try to, like, question how much we love it. Like, I swear to God, that's the first thing I think of. Was like, if Jeff and I were in the '70s, so much of that year of our salaries would have been going to fucking see Star Wars. Absolutely. Like, I bought a car, I had a kid, and I went to see Star Wars 57 times.
I'd like to think that if we all knew each other in the '70s, Dion would have a Jerry curl, Jeff would have an afro, I'd have like really long feathery hair with some big ass sideburns, and Nick would still be in Samoa.
Well, because first off, Dion wouldn't have a Jerry curl in 1977. He'd probably be rocking the afro. I'd probably be like trying to convince people I'm Italian or some shit, so I have my hair cut real short. And you'd look like Farrah Fawcett.
Ooh. I'd love to have me on a pinup on many people's walls.
Yeah, millions of young teenage boys are jerking off to you, Kendo.
That I don't want.
Neither did she.
But if there's enough money in it.
Yeah, I know. We're whores. So speaking of whores, here's a shitty rumor. So it's a rumor that Joaquin Phoenix will play the Joker in a standalone movie.
Jesus Christ. Just, what the fuck? Like, listen, I get it. I like Joaquin Phoenix. And yeah, Her was okay. I fucking get it. But listen, just because his fucking brother offed himself doesn't mean that he needs to be in every goddamn thing where he plays a crazy person.
I don't think his brother technically offed himself. He OD'd, so...
Yeah, he accidentally offed himself.
He accidentally offed himself by ODing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He was good in those two movies I saw him in, Stand By Me and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, he was good in Walk the Line.
He was really awesome in Space Camp.
He was great in Parenthood.
I'm sure he's an okay guy in Inherent Vice.
In Parenthood, he was still Leaf Phoenix, and he played one of the teenage kids that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he was alright in 8mm.
I forgot he's in 8mm. That goddamn movie.
Yeah,
I've seen that movie one time. That was pretty good. That was my Nicolas Cage kick.
It's an upgrade from Jared Leto.
Yeah, everything is.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You could take Heath Ledger's corpse and it would give a better performance at this point. Jared Leto is so fucking weird.
Yeah. But he took an axe to the face like a pro.
That's true.
That's true. 30 Seconds to Mars does also suck.
Jeez. I don't think Jared Leto's ever done anything I truly enjoy outside of that one scene in American Psycho.
Yeah.
I loved him in Dallas Buyers Club. I'll give him that. Like I did like
the movie?
Yeah. Because he had the hits.
The HIV?
The
HIV
yeah,
shakes.
Well, so did Tom Hanks, and he did a better job.
Tom Hanks is a world-class actor. I guess Jared Leto is at this point, too, but I can't really deny him that. I mean, okay, I don't really like him, though, but he's good. I'll give him that. Listeners, never say that I'm not honest about shit. Even if I don't like something, if it's good, I'll admit it. There you go, Jared Leto. It's the nicest thing I'm going to say the rest of this fucking episode.
Listen, he can be the number 2 best actor in the world, the third best behind Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington, but the fucking Joker still goddamn sucked. And like I said, I like a lot of his characters, and I like Joaquin Phoenix a lot. I still think Gladiator's his best fucking movie. He did, but the Joker, and I hate that. And Warner Brothers, the movie section of Warner Brothers seems to like not get You know, the Joker, yeah, he's a comic book character, but he's not fucking weird for weird's sake. He's not fucking like, oh, he's crazy in that he just does random shit and he speaks weird. Like, that's not what the Joker is. And to see them keep, like, that's what Jared Leto's fucking representation of the Joker was. Like, I just say weird shit and I have tattoos. That makes me a Joker. And it's like, that's not the fucking point, man. Stop picking these dudes that you think are going to have this weird, out-of-the-box portrayal of the fucking Joker. Just get the right fucking person.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah, like Cesar Romero or Jack
paint over
Nicholson.
somebody's mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, like follow those guys. Like they did a good job with the Joker. Just follow that formula. It's really fucking easy.
Yeah. Well, we see how DC's risks paid off with the DCEU. It's fucking.
We'll see. We'll see. Here's the thing I don't understand about the standalone movie. Are they going to recast Harley Quinn as well? Then, if it's just him, or is it just going to be him and her, or what's the deal with that?
I doubt this movie will ever get made. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love it after Justice League. They're like, DC's taking a step back. It's like, oh, now you are. Now you realized you fucked up.
Well, they painted themselves into a corner with Justice League. I understand them at least finishing out, getting through their phase one, so to speak. But like, especially like when we said before, when we talked about fucking Suicide Squad, so much so that Jeff had to do a separate episode because I was so fucking pissed about it. And all the apologist fans, it's actually pretty good. They took, and I guess for all the dummies, they did a good job of covering that shit up. But they took a hell of a hit with Suicide Squad. Like, Suicide Squad was a swing and a fucking miss. And I highly doubt that they're going to drum up enough fucking interest. Oh, hey, Joaquin Phoenix might do it. Right, guys? You going to watch it? This, this isn't fucking summer camp anymore. We'll just put something in the movie and then you guys are going to pay to go see it and not limbaste the goddamn movie. Like, Suicide Squad was a fucking failure. No matter how you fucking put it, it was a failure. And they're not going to, I don't think they're going to risk it so haphazardly again.
It was, I mean, especially in the beginning sequence when they had like 18 fucking music tracks, with every single cut of the movie. Mm-hmm. Like every different scene they went to is a different music track. I get what you're trying to do, but that gets really confusing really fucking quickly. You're better off just scoring it with like an orchestra as opposed to putting in just fucking recognizable music tracks to sell a music track later.
Yeah.
Or bringing in characters that you're not going to do anything with. So we're the Suicide Squad, blah, 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 blah. And then when you have, what's her dick tits doing the mind control thing where she's showing what they really want, but they're not going to show Crocs what he really wants. And then they show, Deadshot wants to kill the Bat. And then, Harley Quinn, yeah. And then, you're not going to hurt my friends, but you didn't develop anything enough to make us believe that they're all going to become friends and not get motherfucking hypnotized by this fucking random chick and her generic fucking bad guy army. Like this horrible fucking storytelling. Like, I'm just going to, we didn't want to do anything literally 30 minutes ago, but now, these are my homies. You can't have. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about there, Holmes?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You've known these people like all of maybe a day and a half.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? It was.
Yeah, they could have learned how to use the Force in that time.
Damn.
So now, before we get on to our trailer discussion, which is the meat of this episode, I just want to bring up one more thing. Now, you guys are my Facebook friends, so you saw me post about this earlier, but I watched the Cloverfield Paradox, and Jesus, was it the worst fucking thing I'd seen in a while. Now, I'm not saying that to counteract everyone else's opinions of this film, but I love 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I really liked the first one. This was the most generic, boring, and safe sci-fi movie I've ever seen. It's like Event Horizon minus the good shit. It's like Alien minus the alien. It's like that movie Life minus Ryan Reynolds in a decent cast. Like, Life was the most basic movie I'd seen in a while, but at least it had an awesome twist ending. This movie's twist ending was fucking stupid. So, are you guys Cloverfield fans at all?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, a little bit, man. A little bit. I remember when the first one came out, there was a lot of hype to it and everything. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
That was our freshman year of college, Dion, when the first one came out.
Yep.
I haven't watched it.
Well, put it like this. I thought one transitioned into two. I know they're like different, whatever. But like, for just the sake of a franchise or a series, the second one really elevated itself above the first one. I was like, yes. Then this next one was coming out. I'm like, oh my god, is it going to be as good as the second one? Even if it's almost as good, it's going to be awesome. It was nowhere near as good. It was stupid. It had Baron Zemo from Civil War. It had that British guy from The Moon Boy. And it just had a really shit... It had that one black dude that played Martin Luther King a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And who else was in the movie? Some not-so-pretty blonde chick that was not a very good actress. And then some black girl. And she was the best part of the movie because her character was interesting. But if you haven't watched it and you're not a fan of Cloverfield, skip it. Like, for real. I don't... You know when I say, hey, check this out for yourself? It doesn't really serve much of a purpose. It's like a longer episode of Black Mirror, but cheap, if that makes sense. Yeah, it was just very poorly done. It almost feels like Pacific Rim in parts, too, though, the parts on Earth. So
yeah, from what I've heard from various places is that it was shelved for, good reason.
Yes.
And then they're like, hey, we'll bring it back. We'll add. And apparently from, I've heard a lot of dumb stuff that it wasn't really meant to be a Cloverfield movie. Then they put some Cloverfield elements into it, and they made it a Cloverfield movie and, just pumped it out and put it up on Netflix,
Yeah, you can tell that Netflix is starting to get on the fucking franchise bandwagon. We'll pick up a franchise that's semi-recent, and then we'll just make it regardless of why this specific project got shelved. And it's just like that. I hope that one kind of, because it didn't look that great. I saw the Super Bowl commercial, and I was just like, oh, I don't know about that one. And sure enough, Netflix, we'll keep franchises going. We swear we will. They'll be just as good. I promise. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
if they give us Beverly Hills Cop 4 on Netflix, I'll never complain about another thing they do. But until that day, I'm going to be harshly critical of Netflix. And Netflix, you're dropping the ball. Your original series are kind of taking a left turn into Shitsville, and then this movie doesn't reflect well on your decisions.
Yeah, right. I'm seriously considering just honestly deleting my Netflix because it's becoming. I don't watch it anymore. I watch more Hulu and I watch more of the other VOD channels I have. More than that, I mean, even Amazon Prime was getting way the fuck better.
Yeah,
Yeah. So and they have the old stuff I want to watch. Netflix is always like, here's 20 and 30 of our original content, and then at the very bottom in this deep dark fucking corner of the fucking search engine, here's something you might want to watch that you've watched before that you feel comfortable watching. It's fucking dumb. I hate it so much. The way you search things on there always fucking changes. I hate how it's always changing all the fucking time you turn it on.
Yeah,
just give me what I want. Just give me what I want.
For as much as I love Hulu's content, their search is garbage. It only shows me 50 different things constantly. It's like, watch Invasion USA with Chuck Norris. I don't want to fucking watch that movie. I want to watch something else. Well, then you have to search it by title. I don't even know what's... The thing is with these streaming services, there's no master list. I wish they would just put out a website and it's like, this is everything we have, find it on here. Because I can't find shit on Netflix or Hulu. Amazon's a different story. That I find shit I didn't even know I wanted to watch, and I know. Oh my god. Amazon's the best deal right now.
Yeah. Their algorithm really knows how to pinpoint you. It's like, hey, you watch these 3 movies? How about this one? It's like, you have that for free?
I watched this shitty Italian Beaver picture the other day.
On Prime?
Yeah, on Prime, they had one. It was called Delirium. And I'm like, well, this chick looks busty. And then I watched it, and literally the first scene is just of a naked woman. I'm like, all right, I'm sold. So I watched this whole fucking movie. It kind of sucked, but it was interesting enough to keep me watching for 90 minutes. And then the next day, it's like, you watch Delirium. Check these out. And they're the schlockiest, Italian Beaver picture flicks in the world. But you know what? I might watch those. I don't want to watch... whatever tween drama that Netflix has produced for $12 million. I'm not interested.
Yeah,
which a lot of that shit is
$12 million per fucking episode.
Crazy. Like they're gonna do a 13 Reasons Why, whatever the fuck that show is, a sequel. What motherfucker? What?
Didn't the kid die already?
Yeah.
Dude, you didn't need 13 Reasons. You needed 3. Okay.
Yeah. She's fucking, and even then that show was stupid as fuck.
I swear, if they do a season 2 and it's 13 more tapes, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. It's like, oh, they found them on her bed or something. It's like, oh, fuck you.
Well, maybe it'd be a different kid.
So apparently she's fucking Lex Luthor or some dumb shit.
She can see into the future.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know it feels like a common occurrence on World Class Bullshitters that we bitch about Netflix, but realistically, as a consumer, as someone who's been a Netflix subscriber for close to a decade at this point,
Yeah.
it has become more and more difficult to justify. I paid $12 for or I guess it's 14 now, for the 4K streaming and all that because Dan and I share it. So I pay all that. It's hard to justify. I maybe watch one or two things on Netflix a week, and it's like, I want to watch an episode of something. I will watch shitty VHS rips of something off YouTube before I'll watch something on Netflix half the time.
Yeah, and here's the thing as well, is like, I got to post this off because I took off Psych, and then Amazon picked it up. I was like, awesome. I'm there now. Fuck it. So.
Amazon might be the winner at the end of this.
Yeah, Hulu needs to really, work their fucking search engine bullshit out.
Well, then Hulu just needs to get their catalog. Like, I really enjoy Hulu. It's just such a small catalog. But like if Hulu steps up their game, and the fucking search thing is, and then the front page on Hulu pisses me off. It's like I don't want to watch that. Fucking look at the thing I watched and find things like that, and then put it on the fucking on my dashboard.
And their movie selection is like laughable at times. And now here's the thing: they have really big movies. But they have less. Like, they have the Indiana Jones movies, which are awesome. They have every James Bond movie. For a while, they had a lot of Schwarzenegger flicks. They had, like, the really big heavy hitters, which we want, and that's fine, but you don't know they're there half the time.
Right.
I don't know, it's frustrating. I mean, I think that is one of the sole reasons why digital exclusive, like, streaming services won't be the only method. I think they'll be nice to supplement like we have now, but some of us count down the days till like a big movie that we like is released on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, I think physical copies. They're still making a comeback because especially they keep changing to better and better formats. And again, especially now with a lot of places, you can get bargains on them. I think they'll still be heavy hitters in the game as long as Netflix is wasting billions of dollars on original shows. Some are good, the vast majority of them fucking aren't, and it's just like we get it. Like, you got Will Smith, congratulations. But have the catalog. That's the bread and the fucking butter of the reason why you shot off and killed Blockbuster with a rusty fucking spoon. That's why you won. Stick to that. If you want to make movies, that's fine. If you want to spend a bit, don't do a fucking new big budget movie. Don't do 30 in a year. You do a couple. Keep the goddamn catalog. Like, fucking do what got you to the dance. I'm not gonna take you to prom and then fuck you after you fucking change up your style and then you start wearing fucking sweatpants and shit. Be fine. Be sexy. Shit.
Dion, one thing that made me subscribe to Netflix was when you and Hillary got it back in, what was that, 2009?
Yeah, we had
it had shows that we didn't even like have access to on DVD. And you and I would get drunk and watch Hercules: The Legendary Journeys and all this.
That was the best
shit.
Fucking time.
Oh my god!
Yes. And then they had the movies. They had the Hercules movies before it was a show.
I get really excited when I think about watching Hercules: The Legendary Journeys.
I know, like that. Like, I love the show. I love it more because Thirsty Thursdays.
Yeah.
Let's get shit faced and watch Hercules. We watched the movies, and then we watched the Minotaur. We kept saying Minotaur all the goddamn time. Like that. That's what got Netflix to the fucking dance. Fucking realizing, oh man, I used to love that show as a kid. Then you re-experience it with a friend, or you make a thing out of it. But then, oh no, we need another series with fucking teenage fucking angst. That's what the people want. The motherfucking actors in the movies don't want that shit. What does it matter with you?
Yeah, we get it. Teenage angst shows from CW. Thank you very much. All right, we have that covered. All right.
And how does Netflix make? I mean, I know they get paid for subscriptions, and I know lots of people have it. But you got to think, we don't ever know how successful their shows are. Right. They just kind of well, this is the end of it. And we can never really quantify what's popular and what's not. Like, Stranger Things is popular because it gets merchandise and stuff like that.
Yeah, actually,
that's the new black.
Yeah. And also, Stranger Things is the first show they've actually merchandised with. This is the first show they've actually done even a physical release of the actual show, because usually they don't do that.
They had Daredevil before they had Stranger Things out on Blu-ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Daredevil.
They had a lot of Daredevil action figures and stuff too.
And all the House of Cards. Well, that's completely different, because remember, just because it's streamed on Netflix, Disney ultimately owns all the
right.
So Netflix probably doesn't get a penny for any Daredevil. Like, I have a Daredevil TV series action figure on my TV stand, and it doesn't say Netflix or anything on the box. It just says
Really?
Marvel Knights. Or yeah, I got the Punisher too. It doesn't say Netflix on it. They even have a Jessica Jones figure.
Damn.
But it's weird. That series of figures has Blade, but it doesn't have Luke Cage.
What?
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it doesn't say like the Defenders or anything like that. It's just Daredevil. Cool.
All
So
right.
I guess we should finally start talking about the title image, because there's going to be like 8 people. You guys didn't start talking about Star Wars at the beginning of the fucking episode. It's like, Jesus Christ. If you guys want more Star Wars content, you got to give us a minute to breathe.
Yeah, because we fucking hate that shit right now. We really fucking hate it. So, like,
Plus,
ease up. Like, back up. Give us 3 feet, all right? Fucking back up.
plus there's more stuff happening in the world of entertainment than Star Wars.
Yeah, sorry
But
to
there's
tell you
nothing
that.
stupider happening in the world of entertainment.
Damn it. No, well, that's true.
Because we got a new saga planned from the douchebags from Game of Thrones.
God,
We
yeah.
got
God.
a TV series coming out. Apparently, people are trying to tell me all about that. I'm just like, whoa, I'm not watching any of this. By the time episode, whatever Ryan Johnson's number is, if that ever comes out, we'll be in the next phase of world-class bullshitters. And while we'll have the podcast and everything, we'll be busy making videos and doing cool content for people. And I just won't allow myself
Yeah,
to watch
we'll
these
be.
movies.
Yeah, we'll be. Oh, good God, we'll be doing way more fun stuff and making skits and doing kinds of cool shit that you guys actually want to watch.
Oh, and make no mistake about it, Rian. Make no mistake about it, Miss Kennedy. Make no motherfucking mistake about it, Zack Snyder. When you fuck up, we will be there, sir.
Don't
We'll be
forget
saving
John
the world.
Campea.
We'll be saving the world, dropping funny stuff, and then all the rest, you and your other shill asshole buddies will look up and ask the bullshitters, save us, and we'll look down and say, fuck you.
I was
you-
going to say, fuck off!
When you accidentally trip and you think nobody saw you, we did.
We saw
I know
it.
everything.
We will fuck you in the drive-through.
Well, the difference is
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I'm not going to drive back and get back this ticket. They fucked me in the drive-through.
God damn it, I want to watch that movie now.
So do
I
I.
got Beverly Hills Cop on. I'm okay for now. So, okay, let's talk about Star Wars. Ugh. Okay, so Sunday night was the Super Bowl, and, we'll talk about that maybe at the end of the show. But they started doing a ton of movie trailers at, the second quarter in the third quarter is when they really started bringing out a lot of the trailers.
Oh, my God.
So, towards the end of the game, they had a teaser trailer for Solo: A Star Wars Story. And I was at Phil's house with Dan and Loudy, and we looked over at each other and we were like, that looks terrible. So, I kept getting comments and stuff on the post I posted to Facebook and YouTube, and people were like, what'd you think, blah, blah, blah. So I waited till the actual trailer came out on Monday morning, and I saw it, and I gave my thoughts in the video, and I'll recover that at the end of this segment. But I want to know what you guys think. Dion, I love Han Solo. I know you love Han Solo. What the fuck did you think about this trailer?
I felt like I was, going about my day. You know that feeling when you have a really good day and then you come home and you see a close friend or family member bleeding on your kitchen floor, dying, and there's nothing you can do to save them, and you're hectic and you're trying, and you grab them, you have them in your arms, and they're bleeding all over the place, and you're yelling help, and no one's coming, and they fucking die. You know that feeling? That's what I felt watching that goddamn trailer. It was
Wow.
so, it was like, hey, Han Solo's greatest hits, but this time it's new because he's young. Get it? And we're going to say, hey, what do you want to do? I want to be a pilot. We're going to cut to young Lando. Holy shit, it's motherfucking what's-his-face from that one show. And he's standing there with the cape on. You remember the cape? Yeah, he's a young guy with a cape now. Back to Han Solo. He turns on the lights. Holy shit, what does that look like? It looks like a brand new YT-1300, baby. You bet it's the Falcon. Oh, close up of his face. Watch our movie. I was like, that looks fucking terrible. He doesn't look like goddamn Han Solo. Just the few lines he muttered, he sounds awkward as hell. Like he's doing a goddamn talent show where he's playing Han Solo in high school. Like he didn't look good at all. And then again, I fucking Donald Glover, he looks like a dude playing another dude disguised as goddamn Lando Calrissian. He looks, you can tell the fucking facial hair. I mean, I don't know if it's really his facial hair. It looks like it just nothing, absolutely nothing about this trailer fucking excited me, made me happy, made me content. I wanted to punch myself in the throat. That's how they fucked one of my favorite characters of all time. They fucked him. Again.
Jeez.
Nick?
I mean, when I watched it, I got excited. I was like, oh, this looks cool. But then I had to remember, it's a fucking Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
And like, and like, I watched it a couple times at work, and I was like, this looks familiar for some reason. And all of a sudden, I realized, oh yeah, this reminds me of the first Star Trek trailer we got from J.J. Abrams.
Ooh.
And it like just the tone and the music and the pacing and the colors looked the same, and I was like, this is what this is. They've used that formula for this movie. And another thing I realized is that everybody's down for like Rogue One and this one. It's like you all hated the prequels for fucking that George Lucas did, but you love these? Why? These are prequels as well. They're just in a different order. So
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so like what, like, you know, why are the true prequels done by the guy who made the fucking series? You don't like, oh, they're shit. But these that don't make any sense and are, you know, shitting on these characters, you're like, oh yeah, these are real good. It's like, oh fuck, oh go fuck yourselves.
Kendo?
Oh boy. Yeah, when it came on, we had to get quiet at the place the party we were at, because there was people there that had to see it. And then it ended, and everyone's just kind of sitting there. I was like, well, that looked fucking stupid. And I got jeered. But then I explained why it looked stupid. And was like, here's what's going to happen, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be dumb. It's going to be stupid. And Han Solo's going to look dumb. And then I explained to them about how it's been reshot, like, almost 80% of it by Opie, because they fired the original guys. And explained, and, like, gave, like, a 5-minute lecture on the state of Star Wars. And I think I won some people over. Probably not. We were too busy drinking and gambling on football. But I'd like to think that I won a moral victory.
Well, that's rare for you.
Yeah. I don't really... My morals are always called into question.
What about as real as that girlfriend you mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
Look, it was called a joke, Dion. Just like...
Jokes are meant to be funny.
Jeez.
Just like it's no joke that the Olympics start before this opening ceremony.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, like, if it didn't have the star's name on it and it wasn't Han Solo, I would watch it still because it looks like a fun space movie, you know, in that realm. But it has that fucking stamp on it, that goddamn stamp of fucking Kathleen Kennedy, and I'm just like, nope, I can't give this any sort of credit or anything like that because it's going to be shit.
I think we should do a predictions video of what's going to happen in the movie, if the listeners want to have it, where we just, like, you know, in a couple of weeks, we just sit down and we just say, here's what we think will happen in Solo, and like where we try to predict like the major things and see if they're, you know, telegraphing that shit that obviously.
Well, I could definitely figure some of that out. The only thing that ever interested me, and it wasn't even from the trailer, Entertainment Weekly released a bunch of images, and there's a like Han Solo and Chewbacca on the back of a train. If they wouldn't have killed off Han Solo, actually, if they wouldn't even have made Star Wars Episode 7, if Disney would have started out with Rogue One and then this, I wouldn't be so worried and down on Star Wars, because, yeah, Rogue One, I like it less progressively the more I watch it, but, like, it's okay.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
bad.
the best of the ones they've made so far, it's the best. So if that's what I was going in with, that mentality, like, oh, cool, and then this, I'd be more excited, but we know where Han Solo goes. It's kind of hard to be interested in a character when you give him such a shitty exit.
Yeah, like, you already shown how he fucking ends, and you're going to show his beginning now? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just to ruin it. Like, I guarantee you, Kathleen Kennedy's, like, hoping this fails, so she'll be like, you look it, we made a movie with a male lead, and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's...
female.
Like, I'll give it credit that the sets look good. Like, it looked like, you know, hey, I mean, this looked like, you know, hey, this is a serious Star Wars set. You know, and even if I take the emotion out of it, where I didn't like, I fucking hated The Force Awakens, blah 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 blah. Look at the movie, okay, as it's on its fucking own. What I know about Han Solo, he looked so fucking awkward, and even if like, okay, I know the ending, but still, as the movie, knowing about the fucking character, Like, just it looks like a goddamn like no character looks comfortable. It's like watching. This is my college thesis on why Star Wars is important, and you're doing little cutaway scenes with your friends dressed as the characters. Like it just, and he looked like someone trying to be Han Solo instead of someone playing Han Solo. Just, he couldn't even get the fucking smirk right, and then the end, for some reason, the final moment of the teaser where it's Chewie and Han on the cliff or whatever, and he has his fucking hand on his shoulder. I'm like, that shit just looks so just god damn it looks so cheap. Or just like, oh, my hand's on your shoulder because I gotta remind the fucking audience that this is where we become friends. Here's my hand on your shoulder. Like,
Jesus,
fuck, man. Like, why can't it just be like the fucking ramp going down and you see them from behind, they just stand next to each other? Like, they weren't all like huggy and shit. God damn it, man.
Knowing too much about these characters is a bad thing. So
yeah, because I mean, because we know mostly everything about them, and so it's just like, well, these things shouldn't happen, and this shouldn't be like this, and this, that, and the other. It's just like, god damn it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I would have 10-year-old Jeff would have killed for this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a Han Solo movie is my favorite character. Him and Chewbacca going off. So what I did is I went and I read the books as a kid, and I read comics and other shit, and even though those aren't canon anymore, those were better than probably what we're going to get. And I'll just say this in closing about this trailer, with talking about the death of Han Solo. Characters always work best when there's an infinite possibility where you could take them. It's nice to imagine oh, well then he went off and did this and did that. No, we know he ran off, left his family, and died a piece of shit and fell off a catwalk. Whoop-de-doo. So it sours your experiences. Like when you watch a Spider-Man flick, Spider-Man has an infinite amount of adventures he can go on. Hence, when he swings off at the end of parts 1 and 2, you're like, oh my god, what's next? We can go anywhere. With this Han Solo movie, in Star Wars in general, it's so compartmentalized. It's like, well, this literally takes place 3 days to 1 minute before Episode 4. So you're locked in that time frame. And then you got the original trilogy, and now we're trying to fit something in between this one and this one. And there's not these infinite possibilities with Star Wars. It's like, well, it starts here and it ends here, and we just get to fit into this part. But it's 90% filled up, so shit's going to start to overlap and get confusing, and it's already a mess. 3 movies in, it's a terrible mess. So, yay for Han Solo. I don't want it to be the only... Well, it's going to be the last time we ever see Han Solo in a movie, as it should be. Actually, we shouldn't see it at all. They shouldn't have made more Star Wars movies. You guys want to talk about another trailer? Get off of this fucking Star Wars talk?
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
It's just hard to care anymore. Fuck you, Disney. Fuck you, Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy. I hope you get fired.
Suck it, bitch.
Man, just disappear. You don't even have to die. Just go off grid forever. You and Gary Marshall and your... I don't know if you have kids. I don't give a shit if you have kids. But you and your fucking golden parachute can just go fuck off in the woods for 20 years. I don't care. Let someone else make Star Wars movies. Okay, so let's stay in the fucking House of Mouse, but let's talk about a good trailer. So, Dion, I know you saw this trailer, and when I saw it at Phil's, we all got quiet for a good reason. The Avengers Infinity War teaser, TV spot, whatever you want to call it. What did you think of that one?
Man, I really enjoyed it. It definitely affirmed why I'm excited for that goddamn movie, man. It looked great, even though I soured on them fucking up what Thanos looks like over the course of the last 10 years. But oh my god, it looks like it's gonna be a goddamn barn burner.
I knew you were gonna use that word. I was literally thinking of the word barn burner, and then boom, you said it. You're like Johnny Wishbone. Fuck you.
I know. I mean,
Johnny Wishbone.
It's like
your name is Johnson, right?
But different. I loved it, dude. I fucking loved it. I mean, it just, everything looks so good.
Well, I was pumped because you and I, like I said, our friendship started when the MCU started. So these movies definitely hold a special place in our hearts because it's like, oh, what's up? Blah, blah. You like wrestling? I like wrestling. You like comic books? I like comic books. Holy shit, they're making movies about this shit again.
Yeah,
and we're all excited. And I'm just happy to see where it is. I'm very content with the progression. Now, we'll talk about Black Panther towards the end of the show and how I'm a little angry with that, but This was cool. It like showed you enough shit to keep you excited. It didn't tell the plot too much. And one thing that was nice is it actually gives you a little bit more context. So remember how in the original trailer they show Spider-Man in his school bus and there's a giant ring? Mm-hmm. We now know that Spider-Man will somehow exit the school bus to go interact with the space ring or whatever, and it'll take him up into space in his original costume. So I'm guessing his suit gets destroyed. That's why the Iron Spider gets introduced. So if Comic Book Cast 2 has made a video or attempts to make a video when Armin gets his head out of his ass, it'll seem pretty accurate if he makes those points. But other than that, I was sold on everything. I hope, though, that a lot of this movie doesn't take place in Wakanda, because with something as epic as Infinity War, we're going to have to spend 3 hours in Wakanda next weekend. So I just hope that Infinity War starts in Wakanda, and like by the 20-minute marker, we're out of there. Because a movie with this many characters can't feel long and boring. It has to be. And I hope that's not the final battle either, where the Thanos minions attack the Wakandans. Like, if that's the big climax of this movie, and we have to wait for the second one, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be pissed too. I really hope they kind of stick with the mood of Marvel, where so much shit, like just New York, just keeps getting fucking pummeled, and I'm hoping it starts there, and then goes to Wakanda, and then like he makes another push back in New York, or maybe even another big city. I really
seems like because I'm running through the trailer right now. It looks like they're still in Wakanda or in a city like that, because it looks they keep showing a city in the background, or they're in a city, and when they're outside the city, they're in like a forested like area. So it looks like they're going to be around there for a while.
Well, I hope that Marvel's not like enjoying the smell of their own farts right now. So like, oh, Wakanda's going to be so great, so we're going to like put it in the next one too. It would be really weird if Black Panther does suck, because Rotten Tomatoes, you're not allowed to score it badly or whatever. It's racism if you don't like Black Panther. But it'd be interesting if this movie was just like objectively bad, and so much of Infinity War was like a carryover from Black Panther, and people were just like, I hated the last one. This one's mostly that. I hate this movie, and it makes less than they project. Wouldn't that be a fucking stinker if that happened?
It'd be a crazy way to see, like, okay, what, like it would. The other thing too, it would make fucking Infinity War put a huge amount of pressure on it, because if Black Panther fucking sucks with all of this pushing you're doing towards, hey, look at him, he's the first black superhero. If it sucks, like, you need Infinity War to save the franchise. Like, if you're at the fucking finish line and you stumble that fucking hard, like, a lot of people are gonna be like, I don't know about this fucking blockbuster, bitch. Like, your last one was shit. Like, it would be interesting to see them try to recover using Infinity War, man. That'd be nuts.
Yeah, and I'm just happy it's getting to the end. I'm really happy with that. I'm just happy for it to be over. Because like they're like, oh, phase 4, phase 5. It's like, no, just stop.
Well, they released an image to 3. They released an image today that says Marvel Studios the first 10 years. I'm thinking to myself, there ain't gonna be another 10 years, guys.
Right. Like,
you already exhausted the A list.
Yeah. Like, you can do movies, but don't be doing multiple franchises. Like, just do one-offs, man. Every couple of years, don't focus on
every couple of years, do a good one-off and cut it off there. No more sequels. Just like, okay, good, one movie done, end it.
Right, because you're gonna fucking stumble. Because again, like, as much as I'm super fucking excited for Infinity War, the writing is on the wall for Captain Marvel. Like, that shit, it's gonna be tough to to continue. Fucking a huge celebratory ending with Infinity War, and then keep fucking going. Like, don't press your luck, because you're gonna have a stinker. It's gonna happen. It's not if, it's fucking when. And if you keep putting all this shit in blockbusters and one of them goes bad, you're back at the drawing board, man. You're where fucking DC is.
Yeah, and nobody wants to be where DC is.
Yeah, I mean, where is DC right now? All joking aside, where would we?
They're in limbo, man. They're in limbo. Yeah. They have no idea.
Yeah, they're in fucking limbo, because I think they're waiting for Flashpoint so they can hit the fucking reset button on everything. But even then, that doesn't mean the next step. If they make anything more, it's going to be good.
Well, even then, they closed that loophole, because it wasn't Flashpoint. That was him, running back in time to stop zombie Superman from killing everybody.
Yeah.
that loophole is closed. So even then, they're like, okay, well, we closed that loophole to set up a Justice League, and it was a fucking mediocre. You know, it was still obviously we think it's better than mediocre, but the overall reception of it was mediocre, and we have nothing in our surrounding universe to tap on to take the ball. So they're in fucking limbo, and you know, like I said, Marvel's not there yet. I get that. Infinity War is probably. I think Black Panther's going to probably be really good. But if it's not, and you have a great finish with Infinity War, it's not like you can go back. A lot of the characters are going to be dead or moved on. Actors are going to be older. You're going to want to build another franchise, but everyone's going to be fucking pooped out because they know that Black Panther was shitty right before Infinity War. So what are you going to do? And you're already changing Captain Marvel. Her suit doesn't look like the comic book character because of all this otherworld bullshit. What are you gonna do? You need to slow the fuck down after the Infinity War and fucking quality over quantity.
Yeah,
well, people
definitely.
are just gonna will turn on these relatively quickly. I mean,
oh yeah,
remember Batman back in the day? People turned on that. Yeah, Batman and Robin was shitty, but that was it for 8 years.
Yeah,
like, it took quite a while to make another Batman flick. I think Black Panther will be like every other Marvel movie. Good, because you have Kevin Feige, and I think it's like I said every week, and I'll say this will be the last week I say it because the movie's out next week. It's the media and the people on the internet that portray it as this big black movement and all this. I bet you the movie doesn't once act like that.
I'm with you. I agree.
They're too smart. Unlike Star Wars, who's run by a fucking egotistical woman who's just basically worried about ideals instead of quality content.
No, she's worried about money. She's just covering it with
I don't think she's really worried about money, Dion, because if she was truly worried about money, we wouldn't I mean, I'm not trying to sound sexist when I say this, but we wouldn't have Rey as the lead. We'd have something that the little boys could get into to go buy the action figures and really get involved. But every guy in those movies are made to look stupid. Either you have weak ones like Cassian Andor, who's a fucking just pushover, nobody character, and the only guy in that movie that's actually decent is Bodhi Rook, well, yeah, and what's his name? Donnie Yen.
Yeah,
those two dudes are cool, but they never really marketed them well, and then they're dead. And it's like I said, when you know how a character ends, you don't really get excited or invested in their character. The only one I can think you do is like the T-800 in Terminator, because that just lends itself to so many cool marketing things. But with Kevin Feige is a fan of comic books. He's worked on other non-MCU movies. When that guy's the boss. Like, that's like the best example of the perfect guy running the ship. We've had 10 good years of Marvel movies. Now, we may have a weird drop-off. We may have all that shit. But I want to believe that he's just too smart to pull that SJW shit now.
No, and you're right. I think, and just to clarify, when I say she wants money, she's not doing so this whole, well, we want to lead women. Again, that's cool. But the fact that the reason why I know that this is a veil of progressiveness to cover up her wanting money is when she said right before The Force Awakens came out, and she goes, oh, well, women are 51% of the population, they want to see movies too. I was like, that's it. She wants 51% of the population to come pay to see the fucking movie, and she's pretending that, oh no, we want, people want to see leading women, which is true. They want to see good fucking characters, but this, being so aggressive with this bullshit on all this, over the top reactions and being so quick to call people out and say, oh, well, you're just sexist. Like, she's not doing it because she believes it. She's doing it because she thinks that women are dumb enough to pay a lot of money to go see this movie because she said a bunch of buzzwords. And I think, and with Marvel, just like with what you're saying on them being too smart for it, they know that. Obviously, they kind of let a little bit get out of hand with the whole putting it in February thing, but they know that, hey, we got a formula down. It fucking works. We're sticking to the formula. We're sinking with the ship. Obviously, the ship ain't gonna sink because the shit has worked consistently, and I think that's the fucking difference between the two franchises, man.
Yeah, I think hopefully, anyways, I hope for this. But I think as far as, political stuff and SJW stuff goes, I think as far as Marvel has gone is like putting Black Panther in February. Like, that's it. I hope that's like the tip of it. Right. That's all. It's like February, Black Panther, we get it done. But it's going to be hopefully it's a good movie still.
Well, let's play. I'm not gonna play devil's advocate. It's not the right word, but let's say that realistically, where could they have put Black Panther? What, because you have to announce these release dates like years in advance, and the way they do it is it's unnamed Marvel movies.
Remember, originally it was supposed to be November, and then they got Spider-Man. So that.
But what about? But Thor was always supposed to be November.
I can't. Maybe it wasn't November. I know it wasn't originally fucking February.
But all I'm saying is these things come out so often now that it's almost like you have to. Like, I don't know where else you could put it, because let's say Avengers 3's release date was the first one. Like, you have to. Well, but what if it plays into it? Like, that's why Ant-Man is confusing to me right now. It's like, we know Ant-Man is in the battle. He has to be. He's in jail. And you know, like, if something bad happened, we had some terrible invasion, like, we need every American to fucking fight, and they clean out the jails, like, you need to go fight, and if you fight, you're free. Like, you know that these superheroes would be released, and if it's like, if you help stop this invasion, all your, crimes are forgiven, whatever you've done is wiped away. So you know they would just let him out of jail for that. So that's confusing, the fact that he's, like, not convinced or concerned with this shit. That's where I think Marvel's making a mistake. Personally, between Infinity Wars 1 and 2, there'd be no movie. This would be like the stakes are super high, nothing else matters. These two, and then like you build the excitement. This little lull between the two. Oh, we got to put out Ant-Man. It's retarded. But
no, yeah, I think so. With everything being what it is today, outside of Black Panther, Ant-Man in July, which I totally agree with. I agree with Jeff.
Blackie,
Infinity War in May. If I was at Marvel again, I highly doubt it was coincidental. But even if you want to make the argument that it's coincidental, it's in February. I put it in fucking January. Maybe not early January, but early enough where it's like, hey, this is the new year. This is you saying 2018 is fucking Marvel's year. Thor came out in November. It's obviously going to be gone mostly by January. You start the year off with Black Panther. You say, hey, it's fucking January. It's a brand new goddamn year. We're starting off with a character that people really, really fucking liked because he was a good fucking character. Maybe even do, mid-January. You have from January until May, especially if it does really well, you can just keep it in theaters until April. And then you have 4 months instead of the middle of February, March, April, then you're going to start building for fucking May Infinity War with more trailers. January, I think, would have been fucking perfect.
But, Dion, here's a problem with Disney owning all these entertainment brands. Black Panther would have cut into Star Wars. Because Star Wars came out December the 15th, so if Black Panther comes out, was that 20 days later?
Yeah.
That's a problem for them. So that would be funny if that was Disney's downfall. They buy up everything, and they need to like make all these movies, and they're like, well, we have to put them out so close to each other, and then people are like, I'll wait, and then none of these movies make money, and then it's like, fuck, because Disney has failed before. They've never gone bankrupt or anything like that, but in the 80s, Disney was not the powerhouse it is now. They had the world of entertainment was better when Disney was not powerful.
Even in the 50s and the 60s, that's why was it Sleeping Beauty or not Sleeping Beauty? That's why Snow White was such a big deal because they 30s. Were almost bankrupt there.
Well, I look at it like this: a weak Disney is a strong entertainment industry, and kid-friendly entertainment is nice.
Because the thing is that like they're buying up everything. They have too much money. They want to own too much shit, and when you have a monopoly like that, it becomes a fucking problem. That's the thing. It becomes a goddamn problem. Because then they're going to be the only ones. They're going to be the ones buying, doing this. Especially with fucking episode 8, they did the thing where they bought the theaters for 4 weeks, and the split was higher in their favor. And it was going to play in the big theaters for 4 weeks. And once and nobody after a while nobody went to go watch it. It just played with nobody in the theaters there for a while, and then it goes to China and gets fucking shit canned immediately. Which I thought was
makes me laugh still.
Goddamn hilarious. And it's like what's going to happen is that with episode 9, they might do that shit again, but the theater's going to be like, no, we're not going to do that because we didn't make enough money off the last one. So why would we give you priority if you're going to just we're going to lose money?
Well, the other half of that too is so say they do buy up they have a claw and everything. streaming and big budget movies and Netflix and and TV shows. This is the age of the internet, baby. So if you fucking are trying to run the other major companies out, people are just gonna run to the independent shit. They're gonna run the shit like Crackle. They're gonna illegally download your shit because if you're the only fucking option, people will go to the smaller shit, undoubtedly. Especially, when you have, small studios now are getting a lot of fucking moolah because of the internet, because it's so easy to stream it or have a digital download. So even if you run Sony and Universal and Fox out the fucking water, yeah, you'll have the monopoly of the major market, but it's real fucking easy for me to, hey, Amazon, I want this. Or, hey, a new movie just came out and fucking a crazy Korean action movie just came out. I'll fucking watch that. Oh, my local theater isn't showing a lot of Disney movies because it's costing them money. They're putting on old movies. Fuck, man, I'm gonna go watch that shit.
Yeah, like they for one weekend they have the 4K rescan of Beverly Hills Cop 1. That comes out, and we're all gonna go watch that, obviously. And I mean that's
me.
sorry, but I mean that's something I look for in Fandango is like the older movies to watch, and I always make sure to mark them and stuff and watch those because they're usually matinees and stuff, but I mean they're cheaper and I can go watch like Animal House and Home Alone and like all kinds of other stuff like that I really love and give that money because sometimes those movies aren't on Amazon Prime or they aren't on Netflix or whatever, so I want, and especially them being so old, I was too young to, or not even born yet, to see them in theaters. So I want that experience. I want that theatrical experience of the older movies as well. So you get that by putting them in theaters again.
And you have a higher chance of having what happened to John Carter happen too if you own everything. Because once you own everything, you're not going to feel like you have to worry about. You're like, oh well, we can spend a lot of money on marketing. We're going to get a return because we own everything. We have a claw in everything. It's only a matter of time before John Carter version 2 happens to Disney.
Well, look at the WWE, dude. When they beat WCW and bought their competition, wrestling's been stagnant for, goddamn it, 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But that's another great point, because just to go off the wrestling thing, ROH and New Japan Pro Wrestling is blowing up right now because WWE is so fucking stagnant. And again, we're not going to go into detail because now that's not we're not a wrestling show, Ring Rust, but that shit happens. WWE, they can go on and on and on about being a worldwide brand, and they are. They're the big wrestling brand in town. But fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling streams now. Fucking Wrestle Kingdom was a big fucking deal. The people will go to other goddamn options. They're not gonna take a big chunk out of your shit right away, but they are undoubtedly a fucking threat. And Disney is knocking on that door, man. They're knocking on that goddamn door. I mean, Fox, you make a lot of shit off those movies. You get all these other, Fox channels, but that's the beginning of the end because people will just go in the other fucking direction, especially if you put out shit like, Star Wars.
Yeah, and then you make your streaming service PG-13 like max. It's like, why am I going to fucking do that? Why am I going to pay $20 a month for teenage bullshit when I can watch Deadpool 1 and 2 on Amazon Prime right now, kind of thing, Yeah,
plus we're in our late 20s, early 30s. It's really hard. It's a hard sell. Even Dion, you have a kid. Your kid's not into that Disney shit. Your kid's into whatever he's into. Diane's kid watches Sonic and all kinds of other shit. I don't really see a lot of Disney crap at your house or her house either.
Exactly.
There's more Super Mario stuff at your house than there is Disney stuff. So, I don't know. Disney, it's gonna make itself toxic, like radioactive, where people just don't want to touch it anymore. It's gonna become too clean and too safe, and society's in a weird place right now where people are more. I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to say they're more risque, but people just don't give a fuck right now. We live in a world where people eat Tide Pods and do other dumb shit.
Right.
So the more extreme the personalities are, why would they want to watch sanitized, safe entertainment? They don't.
Yeah,
that's why all the risky shit like Game of Thrones wins the awards and gets 135 million views and all that other shit.
Yeah, because it has people fucking about, and there's incest in it, and that's what people want to watch.
Well,
I think
one thing a point you made months ago, Jeff. Kids like what's fucking cool, and like you said, we don't have a lot of Disney stuff. because to D2 and to Devin, Sonic is fucking cool. It's older. Sonic Boom is kind of shitty because D2 is like this isn't the same one. But the older Sonics is fucking cool. Mario is cool. Yeah, it's cartoonish in its appearance. But it's not fucking sanitized for sanity's fucking sake.
I think Nintendo actually is a pretty decent example of how you can make something appeal to all ages. And, like Zelda. Zelda appears to look like it could be for kids, and kids could play it, but it has a lot of depth to it, and there is blood and some violence and some stuff like that. But with the Disney stuff, it's like for kindergartners. And, when they buy up the Fox shit, basically all you're going to be able to watch on their streaming services is those Ice Age movies and all this other crap, and they're just trying to set up a world where family entertainment, but like I read an article the other day how people aren't having as many kids. No, so you got an entertainment brand. You got an entertainment brand built on families, and less people are making families, and after a while, people just aren't going to give a fuck about your stupid Disney princesses and your cucked men and stuff like that. Like, Dion, when we were little kids, little boys, we weren't looking up to, like, Aladdin and whatever the princes were in these Disney movies. We were watching Star Wars with Han Solo, who was a badass dude. We watched James Bond. We watched
Commando. Fucking Commando.
Charlie Sheen.
No. No.
He wasn't winning back then.
Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't have AIDS yet, so whatever.
He doesn't have AIDS. He has HIV.
What is the difference?
One will kill you faster.
Yeah.
Either way, he's fucked.
Yeah. All the fucking he did.
Yeah. Did Magic Johnson have HIV when we were kids?
Yes.
Okay. So
he still has it.
Yeah.
No, money cured it. Everyone knows.
And if you put him in a wheelchair, he's roll AIDS. God,
I'm going to get a rim shot button just to spite you.
Oh, that's fine. It's not going to spite me at all. I'll be like, thank you.
Well, anyway, Dion, let's move on.
Oh, no, I want to say one more thing on the subject.
Yeah.
You talked about families and stuff like that, and like I know why they think that. I know why they're doing that is because they're like, okay, families, more people equals money, but they're wrong because the ticket prices keep fucking going up, and even I don't know what the theater situation is for you guys, but there's one here that's in town that you got to pay to park, so that's $10 or more to park, plus the whole family to come in is like what. Like let's say $12 a ticket. So that's 4 tickets. Let's say 4 people in a family. like $48. Well, yeah.
Yeah, $48.
$48.
Parking is $58.
Yeah.
Then you got popcorn, which is like $7 to $9 for a large. Kids want to drink this and that. I mean, it's like $100 to go to a movie.
Yeah, so
you could buy your kid a video game.
Yeah, where you can sit at home and have family night. Order a pizza or warm up a pizza, that's whatever's cheaper, and watch something that you've got from Redbox, which is $1, or get something that you already have on a streaming service, or something that you've bought outright from fucking Amazon that you have on DVD or Blu-ray.
Not to mention, again, it's the internet, baby. You get a fucking, and this is for Loudy, a jailbroken Fire Stick. You download something that just fucking came out, and boom, you spent $50 2 months ago to get a goddamn Fire Stick. And hey, Dad, Infinity War just came out, or Captain Marvel just came out. Okay, cool. We'll watch it at home. Boom. The kids aren't gonna know the fucking difference.
Yeah, they're not gonna care.
No, you are 100% right. They will not know the fucking difference. You're 100% right. So I mean, I understand them going by the numbers, but the numbers are bullshit. Like their justification is complete crap, and it doesn't make sense in the real world.
Yeah, that shit's going to be gone in an instant.
Yeah.
This isn't the 50s anymore where we don't have any more options.
No, like you said, the internet has given everyone a voice.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and everyone options as well. So, I mean, it's there.
I mean, I know we only have 18,000 plus subscribers, but I know there are people that watch our shit more than they would watch Netflix or something. I'm not saying everybody, but I've talked to a couple people that says, like, I watch your stuff more than I watch Netflix. So thank you to that one dude.
Yeah, dude.
But there are, some people live and die for these YouTubers like PewDiePie and the bigger ones. I'm not saying I don't watch them to sound cool. I've literally never seen a whole video.
Well, you gotta remember, you're in your late 20s. So many of those guys, their demographic is literally like 12, 13, and 14-year-olds. So they're just going for the the audience is too stupid to know any better. But even
I feel like we're too smart for that age group, to be honest. The shit we talk about, they're just like, I don't get it.
Well, but like I said,
fuck your
kids
kids.
love what's cool, and especially now with the internet, man. Obviously we're not going to be, YouTube partners, probably not, like a lot of those tuck machines are. But hey, if something hits big, I would not be surprised if us or a channel like us took off because kids are like, whoa, these dudes are. They buck the system. They curse. They're calling out some of my former favorite YouTubers. Again, kids like what's fucking cool. And speaking of fucking options, someone's watching us more than Netflix. I can guarantee you, someone like Lime Green Hulk is watching us a hell of a lot more than he's watching fucking Logan Paul.
Yep.
That's some shit it's a real
Especially
fucking
now.
thing, man. And us getting 18,000, in this amount of time. Fucking options, baby. Fucking options.
Dude, Lime Green Hulk, I got to give him a special shout out because I watched this Star Wars toy video, and the guy, mentioned us, but he wouldn't say it. He goes, well, they're a very world-class channel. I'm like, you won't say world-class bullshitters. So then Lime Green Hulk goes down to the comments. He's like, the channel you're talking about is world-class bullshitters. They're awesome. You should subscribe to them. And then some other video that I was watching about Star Wars toys essentially ripped off the same thing I had said earlier. And another listener is like, you took this from world-class bullshitters. And then the guy goes, yeah, I'm a fan. I subscribe to him. I'm like, thanks, guys that are calling him out on their shit. So other guy, I forgot your name. I apologize. But Lime Green Hulk, thumbs up to you, dude. I know you'll hear this. So
yeah, he's always been sending me articles and all kinds of stuff and asking me questions and things like that. He's really good on Twitter.
And I promise I'm gonna stream again, Lime Green. I know I've been saying it, but I'm definitely gonna stream again. Fucking
either me or Dion will. I may do it next week with Destroy All Humans 1 because I still have that save file from what I played, so I may do that again for a couple hours next week.
I was thinking about trying it with Grand Theft Auto, where if I get enough people to watch me, they can dictate what I do. So it's like, hey, do I snipe this old lady or do I snipe this dog? Yeah, I'll go into director mode or I'll be invincible and I'll go on a rampage and you guys can direct my rampage and we can talk about whatever. So I was looking into Twitch streaming. I thought it might be fun. I mean, if you want to watch me play Tetris for 12 hours, that's great too.
Oh,
but
God.
If you really would like me to do the Grand Theft Auto, just murder spree on Twitch, if you can play Grand Theft Auto on Twitch, I don't know if they have any restrictions, but let me know, guys. I will get the password from Dion and Nick and we'll make it happen. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, did you guys get a chance to see the new Deadpool trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ, was that amazing.
It was so goddamn good.
I have to say, the advertising for these fucking movies is like fucking punk marketing. It is so goddamn good. Because every little thing that comes out, every poster, every little thing that they put out for this movie is fucking hilarious. It's always hilarious. And it's just original, and I'm happy to see it.
I'm so looking forward to that movie.
I know. Oh, it looks so good.
It does. And the very, very, very first hint of a teaser where he's pretending to be Bob Ross was just golden. It was at that moment I'm just like, I want to buy movie tickets to see this last night.
I mean, even the second one where he's playing with the action figures and he goes, regenerative powers activate. I'm like, this isn't as good as Bob Ross, but it's a goddamn close second. And then it's just like, oh my fucking, Cable's doing this thing. Oh my God. Like, okay, can we shore up the fucking arm? Jesus. That's just so fucking good. Oh,
also, I don't know about Cable. I didn't realize he's a time traveler who came from the future or something. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think he's Cyclops' son.
He's Cyclops' son, and then he takes care of his technical sister later on. But again, like I said, and fucking bravo for the balls of the Deadpool team to come out, have it out in May. God damn.
Well, remember, Fox Marvel movies don't give a fuck about Disney Marvel movies.
Right.
And Deadpool is going to take a huge chunk out of Solo: A Star Wars Story. If it is as good as we want it to be, Solo: A Star Wars Story is dead on arrival. I don't care about how many 40-year-old virgins in Jedi robes come out to see Star Wars. More people like Deadpool at this point. It's more relevant.
And it's better.
Way better.
Yeah, and it's rated R, and it's a lot more fun.
You think that they did that shit on purpose? Like, hey, you have a scoundrel. He's a Disney-fied scoundrel. we'll show you a goddamn scoundrel. And then
Oh, good point.
I want to say they did that shit specifically to tell Disney to go fuck themselves.
That's a good point.
Because
Before you buy us, go fuck yourself.
exactly. And when you're done fucking yourself, go fuck yourself. But like,
Finally, it was said on the show.
yeah, my door was opened. But
Boom.
dude, I think they were like, listen, Deadpool versus Disney's Han Solo. That had to have been calculated. And goddamn fucking bravo.
Yeah, dude, the real test is coming soon with Deadpool because Father Slice might be laid up for a little bit with a knee issue, so I'm going to give him the first Deadpool and be like, here, watch this, because he does not like superhero comic book anything. If he gives it the seal of approval, you know it's an epic movie, and the second one's going to be just amazing.
Dude,
Well, I mean,
and like I said,
the first one.
go ahead, Nick.
The first one is so sporadic, and so like it jumped everywhere, but it didn't jump everywhere in a point where like you were confused. It jumped anywhere in this funny, hilarious way that you fucking loved.
I know.
And it
That's
makes
why
sense.
that's gonna be my will everyone love this movie litmus test. I'm gonna hand it to him because he's very cynical about movies, and if he says, I watched it, it was great, I'll be like, perfect. Just like the Lebowski. That's how I found out that Big Lebowski was great. Now me and him fucking quote it to each other in text. He watches it anytime it's on.
Shut the fuck up, Father Slice. You're out of your element.
I usually get that said to me. I usually get told to shut the fuck up. I'm out of my element by him, but such a great movie. But yeah,
Well,
dude, I'm
it's-
so fucking looking forward to Deadpool 2.
Yeah, it's nice that we all have something really positive to say about it. I know people are watching those stupid analyzation videos like, hey, did you see X-Force? Blah, blah, blah. It's a callback to this issue. Rob Liefeld drew this X, Y, and Z. You don't get that with
Dude,
this channel.
I'm
Just go read
not
fucking
gonna watch.
comics.
I hate that bullshit now on Netflix. I don't know how long it's been happening, but I hate where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna break down the trailer, and you look at the time, it's like 40 minutes. It's like, fuck you. I'm gonna watch a trailer 2 more times and enjoy it, and then like go jerk off. Okay. God damn it.
Yeah, I got other shit to do.
Yeah, I have other things to do. I'm sorry. I don't want. I don't want your heavy analysis into the deep dive of this fucking 3.5 minute trailer. Fuck you.
That's why stupid channels like Variant Comics exist, so they can make their, oh, hey, you can't read a comic book because you have, well, OCD is the wrong word, because you're legally retarded and you won't read a comic book. Well, here, let me explain it for you so you can stare at your phone for 12 minutes while you take a shit. Like, it's a weird thing. Like, no one can experience entertainment for themselves because of those things. Like, we have to break it down. Like, there's the thing. We break down the final 5 minutes of the Cloverfield paradox. I'm like, explain what? That it sucked? Like, stop trying to fucking explain away everything.
I also think this channel exists because there are people who don't know anything about these subjects and they want to know everything, so they'll watch the 40-minute video, and then when they go watch it or they're with their friends, or whatever, they can sound smart and be like, oh yeah, this means this was this and this was that, and this is what it means, and it's like they have no context for any of this stuff. It's just they're regurgitating like whatever was said on this YouTube channel.
What I like to do to people is when I hear them talk about comics or Star Wars, I'm like, did you read the Wikipedia page? And I just look at them and I can tell, like, just by their expression, like, if they did or if they actually know. Because, like, you talk to somebody like Dion or me, we know our shit. But I was at the comic book store once, and this girl was like, yeah, didn't you know that Jakku's the planet right next to Endor and all this other shit? And I'm like, you're full of shit. So then I even looked it up, and she was wrong anyway. And I'm just like, people like that are the worst, because they propagate this fake... I'm not gonna say fake news, but he's like, oh, this is no, it's really not.
No,
I heard it on the internet. James Bond's a code name. No, it's not.
They propagate fake fandom, and fake fandom is the worst fandom.
Fake fandom. I know this sounds really mean, but fake fandom is like Funko Pops. They're kind of just generic, and they just like stick a little thing on it to make it like, hey, this generic amorphous body is now James Bond. This one's now Han Solo, this one's now this, and it's all just the same. It's homogenized. It's boring. Fake fandom are the people that run to the conventions and like the shitty costumes. Like, oh my god, I'm a huge fan. Pay attention to me. And it's frustrating because they don't spend the money on this shit to keep it alive. They make it about themselves for 5 minutes. Then these brands think, oh, this is the future, so they put all this money into it. Then when it realizes that these people are just fickle. And they're not there to support it, and it falls on its face, and then everybody loses, especially the people that have been there the entire time.
Listen, fake fandom are those shitty movie-based video games. That's what fake fandom is.
Oh,
but
shit.
you love Iron Man too, bro.
No. That is
fandom is Iron Man
no,
2.
Dion, that is the fucking definition of fake fandom right there.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking quote that. That is the definition of it. The fucking those shitty fucking movie video games, especially the beginning of the Marvel era, the Phase
Oh
1.
my god, those were so. I will say the first Iron Man game was actually pretty good. Iron Man 2 was garbage. Thor was fucking garbage. The Captain America game was fucking garbage.
Okay, it wasn't garbage. It was just
It was
okay.
pretty fucking bad.
I played through the whole thing. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, that's actually that's actually a valid point. Yeah, those
perfect.
Yeah.
But like fake fandom is that Clash of the Titans video game. That's what fake fandom.
Or that Clash of the Titans remake.
Yeah.
God.
Fuck you, Joel. I want like Joel. I know you listen to this show regularly. You owe me like $500 in terrible movie tickets, and I got the fucking proof that tells you I saw the movies.
Yeah.
Clearly, I went with you because I drove you there. I want $500 in New Orleans, or I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna treat you like Phil treats the hookers in the strip clubs. Okay?
Not very nice. Not very nice.
Could you imagine being one of those small little strippers and then have Phil climb on top of you? God damn.
Well, he blew
You
his
didn't
entire
have to
budget
imagine
on
much
one,
because
so
I'd be dead.
she knows.
Jeez.
I just had a really gross visual image.
Oh, Philly cheese dick.
Phildo.
Philly Cheezick and Phildo. I love it.
This is
I
the
love
one
Phil.
episode he listens to. It's like, welcome back.
Oh God.
Oh,
So what's the next trailer?
Well, while we're having a good laugh, let's talk about something that's laughably bad. The Rock's movie Skyscraper, or as I call it, Die Hard with a brown guy.
I called it a good day for your candy ass to die hard.
Oh my God.
Now, listeners, I love The Rock.
Hold on. Fans, please, for the love of God, in the comments, give us really good alternate names for this movie. Tweet us the names, put them in the comments, just get it to us some way.
Yes.
Because we want like some amalgamation of like The Rock and Die Hard in there.
I'll sweeten the pot. If you guys can make these, and there's one that's incredible, I'll spend some time and make a digital poster for our Facebook page. That'll be our new Facebook image for a while. So if you guys come up with some crazy name, Die Hard with a brown guy, Good Day for your candy ass to Die Hard, something like that, if you can impress us, I will take the time to
Die
make
Hard
it.
with a jabroni.
Should we? Okay. How about this? How about we do like we'll get them all together, and we'll amongst ourselves like whittle it down to a few of them, and you want to do like a Twitter poll or something for a few of them.
Latest SmackDown or Die Hard.
God.
Can't use any of the ones we've used.
Yeah. It's in those
Disqualified.
But no. I guess what we'll do is we'll whittle them down to like 10, and then kind of keep going until we get to the one that everybody likes.
Yeah.
And the winner gets a free shout out.
Yeah, winner gets a
And
free
an extra
shout-out.
hand job from Dion.
Yeah.
Or just a T-shirt. We don't got to go the hand job route.
I mean, if you're gonna pay for the T-shirt for
Yeah.
that's cool.
I'll buy it. I'll buy. You know what? The winner of
The
our
hand
little poll,
jobs don't
Dion
cost
will
the
buy
channel
you a shirt.
money.
Fuck
The
that
shirts do.
Now, remember, listeners, the shirt can't say Die Hard on it. We'll just send you an official World Class Bullshitters T-shirt. How's that?
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Dion,
It'll
That
get
way
there
we can avoid. We could avoid any copyright. That'd be really terrible. It's like, yep, you are getting sued for $48,000. You sold a shirt that said Die Hard on it.
God damn it.
I made $7.
You're like Loudy did it.
Yeah. Guys, butt stuff. Well, Laddie, where you're going, you are the butt stuff.
Yes, it's Eric Louderback at 1313 Johnson Drive, Cincinnati, Ohio. I don't remember.
So I watched this trailer on Super Bowl Sunday, and my mouth was open with shock the entire time. I can't believe this is a real fucking movie. This is like a joke that they would play on Conan O'Brien.
Oh no,
I
100%.
I felt so bad because right before this one, they showed the baby with no legs and no arms, and one arm, and actually became a Paralympian. And then not long afterwards, there was another commercial that had someone that was amputated. And then this fucking one came on, and I literally, Hillary and my sister and I, we all looked at each other and just went like, "What the fuck is happening? Why are so many legless heroes emerging out of 2018? What is going on?" Sure enough, the end of the trailer, which made me laugh so fucking hard, when he's dangling from his fake leg, and it starts coming off, and I'm just like, is this a joke? Was that a legit part of the trip?
Well, okay, all right. Do you remember? Do you remember the 9/11 movie that happened with Charlie Sheen? Last year, 2 years ago.
It's on Amazon. I almost watched it, but I didn't.
Well, like, okay, like they're trapped in an elevator. Even like the way it looks, like I remember seeing the trailer and I was like, "This is a joke. This has to be like a late night show joke or whatever. This is a joke." And sure enough, it's like a serious fucking movie that was made for like $5,000 or something. It's horrible. It's god awful. But yeah, this looked like it as well, and it reminded me a lot of Die Hard, like all the way through. I was like, this is oddly familiar. They've just changed the location and the name. And
they didn't even change the location. It's still a fucking tower.
Yeah, Die Akbar.
Die Akbar.
And it looks like it has the most cliched 90s villain. The guy looks like Charles Dance, but it's not Charles Dance.
Nakatomi Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
You sold me on that one,
okay.
Dude. I love The Rock, and I don't ever enjoy shitting on him, but his movie choice,
lately,
Jumanji,
these last few years have been like fucking questionable.
Well, he's got to.
I know he's the high.
He's got to keep that title,
actor,
man.
But how?
Well, okay. Here's what I hope for this movie. I hope this is a dumb action movie. I hope this is a purely dumb action movie. If it's that,
dumb.
if it's that, and I can kind of be drunk or fucked up and watch it and enjoy it, I'll be okay. I'll be fine. But if it's like this serious, poignant, like, thing that they're trying to like drive home a message or some shit, I'm just gonna be like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
Well, dude, he's got Rampage coming out. That looks unwatchable.
The trailer's unwatchable. Shit, man. God.
Plus, can we all talk about how none of us would believe that The Rock would learn sign language?
Yeah. Somebody's deaf. He's just going to tell them it doesn't matter that they're deaf.
He would just wiggle his eyebrows and be like, "Do you understand what I'm saying now?"
Yeah. I don't even believe though if The Rock would ever like be in the FBI or any of that shit. I don't know. I really like The Rock and enjoy him as a wrestler, and he's funny to watch, but he's like 15 years too late. He went that Disney route and did all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
He should have been doing this shit in 2003. He should have been alongside like Vin Diesel and Jason Statham and those guys. His action movie career should have been over. Now should have been the time where he diversifies. Because he's just so old now. It's hard to even... He's like, oh, he's got a 7-year-old kid. He's got a gray beard, blah, 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 blah. It's like, Rock, I know you're only like 44 or 46 years old, but I just don't buy into it.
No, if he didn't do fucking Disney right after he left the WWE, he would be at like Arnold Schwarzenegger status. And he's playing this weird game of catch-up. And it's like... I'm okay. You making these silly ass movies would be perfect if you were, 33, 34, 35, and you still looked young and like you had room to grow. But damn near fucking 50, and you're making the towering Rockferno. Come on, man.
Towering Rockferno.
Yeah.
Damn it! I wish the listeners would have gave that one because that's one I would have voted for.
Yeah.
I'm already in the lead, listeners. I'm already in the lead.
Congo, the video game ripoff of Rampage.
Okay, I was at Walmart the other day getting the new tire put on my car, and I went down the toy aisle for a minute. By the way, the entire Star Wars selection was stocked full of Last Jedi toys. Surprise.
Well,
it's because they bought so many.
Yeah, I know. They had to restock it 12 times. That's why they have to stock it on shelves. Oh, yeah, my Toys R Us is going out of business. I went in there to see what was on clearance. Everything, Star Wars is just full, but other stuff's starting to move, so...
God damn.
Thank you, Hasbro, motherfuckers. Point is, though, they had Rampage action figures out. So the Rampage was a George the Ape, the white ape, is like maybe 13 or 14 inches tall. And then the Rock's action figures to scale. And it's like weird because he's got like this really cartoony body but a realistic head on it. They didn't even take the time to paint his hands. So it's like this real shit body, but like a really... Put it like this. The face on that toy looks more like The Rock than the actual figure of The Rock from the WWE. They had two of them there, and I looked at them side by side.
God.
And I was like, damn. But this movie... I don't know anyone who's excited, like, besides the people at Collider or Nick Mundy over at Screen Junkies, who's excited for these Rock movies anymore? Like, I get it, he's the highest earning actor, and he's awesome, and I'll drive fucking 24 hours in any direction to go watch him wrestle a match. But I won't go 10 minutes to my local cinema to watch him in a movie. Cause
hell, you won't go 2 minutes to your local Redbox and rent it either, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, I won't watch Rampage ever, unless Dion and I are shit-faced and they don't have Hercules the Legendary Journeys.
But you got to be really shit-faced for like Rampage. It's like on the verge of blackout. You're like, all right, we're almost there. Turn it on and go.
Yeah, and then I'll be out. Dion and I'll just be I'll be like, dude, we slept through it.
Oh my god!
Like fucking like they made that trailer and someone watched it and I'm just like I literally was like somebody gave
that fucking movie money.
I was like, is this something for both of these trailers? By the way, I was like, is this something that Jeff and I came up with shit-faced? Like, I honestly was like, Jeff and I probably came up with something and put it on the internet, and they were like, that'll be a perfect rock movie. Let's do it, because it looks like a drunk person's fucking script that they wrote while they were shithoused, and I was like, Jeff and I have created the Rock's movie career. He should thank us for this shit.
Yeah,
oh god! Well, I mean, like,
up.
I always heard Rampage was going to be a thing, but I was like, oh, it's a joke, you know. And it's like, how are you going to base a movie off of a fucking like arcade game? Like, how are you doing? Like, how are you going to do that? But they base a movie off of a board game. Go figure. Battleship.
Yeah,
because Rihanna. Which I was surprised she wasn't in the Rampage trailer. But that's the other thing, too. Am I the only one that thought it was weird that they're just like, hey, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, just act like an asshole, and that's your character.
just be Negan in a suit and no bat.
Oh, you didn't hear about the giant wolf? Why would I hear about the giant wolf, motherfucker? You brought me here.
Was it on Twitter?
I didn't hear about that.
Oh god, I'm sure he's there, like, you know, like Samuel L. Jackson that was there for Sex on the Planet. They just asked him, he's like, "This, how much are you getting paid? How much are you getting paid? Okay, I'll be there. Fine, whatever."
I'm amazed they don't have Samuel Jackson in this motherfucker because this is very Snakes on a Planet.
I'm tired of these goddamn gorillas on this motherfucking building.
Oh great, a giant lizard.
I'm tired
on
of these motherfucking lizards on this motherfucking building.
I'm tired of talking about Rampage. Every time I say Rampage, I think of Quentin Rampage Jackson and that A-Team remake, and I just get very uncomfortable.
I like the A-Team remake.
I do. It deserved like 2 more movies. It really did.
It was perfect as BA. God damn it.
Yeah, that was a good dumb action movie. I would have loved two more sequels.
Yeah,
honestly, because that was fun.
Well,
that was so much fun.
We don't live in a world where that's possible. I'm sorry, Nick.
I know.
I'm gonna kill you, fool.
I know, because you had Leah. You had, like, it was the perfect cast of people. It was so much fun. I love that movie. If I find it on Blu-ray for $3, I'm gonna buy it.
Even Jessica Biel was enjoyable, which is a hard fucking thing to say.
What did you say, Jeff?
Isn't Charlton Copley like Face Man in that movie?
Yeah, he's Murdoch.
Murdoch.
Yeah. Anyway, he's the crazy one, but he did a great.
Yeah, Face Man.
Yeah, Face Man. Yeah. He's in there.
Full transparency, I've never seen a full episode of the A-Team. I just know all the characters.
Yeah, don't worry. Neither have I.
We weren't. Well, I wasn't alive when that show was on, like, you know, first run, and I never saw it in syndication.
Well, I mean, I think it was on somewhere that I watched the first episode on, and like the first episode was feature length, and I was like, this is long.
Oh, the show is horrible. The show is absolutely fucking horrible.
Yeah, the show's pretty
reruns when I was sick as a kid, and I'd be like, this was a. Why is Mr. T famous? I thought he was famous because of Rocky 3. This is something. Oh, okay. This was a bad decision.
Fool.
But
the theme song's incredible.
Oh yeah, the theme song's iconic as shit. Yeah, but
I can't stress enough. They made Jessica Biel likable. God damn.
But I always liked Jessica Biel.
She's great looking. She's a horrible actress, and she was great in the A-Team.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a movie was she in that? What was that movie, Stealth, with her and Jamie Foxx?
Yes!
Yeah,
that looks so bad.
Yeah, we all believe Jessica Biel's a fucking fighter pilot. Okay.
That was like that again. I like that because that was a dumb action movie. I was just like, I'll watch this. AI fighter jet somehow fucking gets struck by lightning and like becomes sentient. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm fine. This sounds like an overpriced sci-fi movie. It's okay.
It's a very like that was. It's not like horrible. Like Stealth's not horrible.
No, it's not horrible. No,
they spent so much money advertising that movie, and I was just like, really? This is the movie you guys spent a lot of money on? Everyone was super excited. Oh man, it's fucking Jessica Biel in an AI ship, and that one white dude that's in a lot of stuff that I like. You know, he interchangeable, but I like him. And motherfucking Jamie Foxx. And then it was just like, you kill Jamie Foxx, and Jessica Biel gets shot down over Korea.
I'm glad I never saw that movie.
It's one of those like Sunday afternoon watches, like you watch on like TNT or some shit like that. Like that's when you watch that movie. You don't actually give it any like sort of fucking credence or any time or whatever. You just like you watch it because it's on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They spent so much goddamn money in marketing that movie, though.
God,
it was the weirdest thing.
It was really strange. I remember hearing one of the stories from that was like they had those planes on an actual like destroyer or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and like and China called them and they're like, "What the fuck are those planes you have?"
Yeah,
like China was spying on them clearly, and they're like, "What are those? They don't look.
What are those?
They don't look friendly."
Nothing looks friendly to the Chinese.
That's true. That's true.
Well, let's close out our episode with 2 more shit trailers. So, Venom.
Oh my god! I was hoping we wouldn't talk about this. What the fucking fuck?
God.
Well, they
once again thought
this movie
was going to be a joke. I thought this movie was entirely a joke. Oh yeah, Tom Hardy, Venom. I was like, yeah, right. And then I was like, oh, they have a trailer. Oh
my god! They show the 2 cars crashing twice in the teaser. They showed the same scene twice, man. I was like, what? Like, I was like, okay, they showed the symbiote. I was like, cool. So I guess there's no Peter Parker. Whatever. It's Tom Hardy. I'll watch the rest of this trailer. And I'm like, wait, did they just show him on the motorcycle and the cars crashing a second time? I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be fucking terrible. And he fucking force pushes shit off the table. I was like, motherfucker, what?
The only positive I'll give this movie, based on what we've seen so far, is that at least it looks like Eddie Brock has the terminal cancer, like in the comic.
Yes.
So that's accurate. Other than that, this movie can go fuck itself. This looks stupid as shit.
Yes. Plus, I will give the fact that Tom Hardy's American accent is hilarious.
We bad.
I was like, okay, that's what we sound like to him. Okay, I get that. But then
I feel bad for Tom Hardy, dude. He's put in some shitty situations, man.
Listen,
he puts himself in those situations.
That's true.
I want to know how much he's getting paid for this movie because I fucking think Tom Hardy is cool. I actually love his portrayal of Bane. You know, Mad Max obviously was awesome. Bronson was a great goddamn movie. You know, Legend, he was trying a little bit too hard to be in that shit. But if we were at a bar and, you know, me and Jeff were having a good time and Tom Hardy like, oh shit, it's Tom Hardy. Like, can I shake your hand? Yeah, man. And I'd be like, yeah, man. One problem though, Tom. Venom. What the fuck were you thinking, dude? I would honestly ask him that because
see, like the first time I saw him, he was in Rock and Rolla. That's the first time I know him. Yep, and I fucking love that movie. It's such a good goddamn movie.
Tom Hardy's the fucking man. He needs to have an intervention. Like, listen, I understand that you're an artist and you're a cool dude and you actually like enjoy doing movies. And I love that, Tom, but we have to talk about your decision making. And I don't know what they have on you. I don't know if they threatened your wife to do Venom, but sometimes it's okay to call the cops and be like, I don't need to do this movie. You need to protect me from these motherfuckers. And Sony can't help but sonify everything.
Tom Hardy, is everything okay? Blink once for yes and twice for no. Tell us if everything's okay.
Listen, listeners, tweet at Tom Hardy. We need to find out if he's okay because Sony has done something to him.
They have a tape of 2 Russian women peeing on him. Is what it is.
Shit, I'd watch that over Venom.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
I was so disappointed in that trailer.
One thing I've had a controversial opinion about Venom my whole life. Look, Venom was cool in the 90s in the cartoon. He was all right in some of the comic books. But overall, Venom is not even the most interesting Spider-Man villain of the 80s. So for people to go on, oh, he's so great, look, he's marketable. That's why Avi Arad and all these other douchebags have pushed to make Venom movies. Venom being a part of Spider-Man 3 wasn't a good choice.
No.
Venom's solo movie doesn't look like a good choice. Venom needs to be introduced properly. And you know what? You gotta fucking wait. I'm so tired of this. We need to put him in the movie right away. Like, people would be happy, well, in theory, they'd be happy if the first Spider-Man movie, oh, Venom's in the first one. Well, how does he get the symbiote? It doesn't matter. Well, why does Spider-Man and Venom have a connection? It doesn't matter. Well, why does Venom want to kill Spider-Man? It doesn't matter. No, it does fucking matter. Why are they making this movie? Money. And that never works out for Sony. Sony, They did some good shit with Jumanji, and now look at where we are.
I like Venom. I'm a Venom fan, but even I don't want to see this movie.
I fucking love Venom, and Jeff and I have argued about shit in terms of Spider-Man multiple fucking times. But what we both have never had a problem arguing, mainly because Jeff's the biggest Spider-Man fan I know. He knows that I fucking thoroughly enjoy Spider-Man because he knows I'm a street level guy too. But we both fucking Venom has never been his main nemesis.
No,
never. People confuse the fact that we love seeing the black suit Spider-Man. We love that he hates the symbionts. Fucking Venom has never been his main fucking enemy. Those episodes in the listen, I get it. The episodes in the animated series with Venom in it are cool. I get that. He's not the fucking go-to for Spider-Man's fucking nemesis. Stop going there. You fucked up already with goddamn Topher Grace. And Tom Hardy's a great guy. But again, the fact that the trailer didn't show anything, or a teaser didn't show anything, I get. But it literally is a run-of-the-mill action teaser with a symbiote thing in it. You don't even show him looking like Venom. I swear to fucking God, and I know that someone's going to do this, if he doesn't have the symbiote suit on to the end of the movie, I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I'm going to laugh my ass off. Because
imagine that the last 5 to 15 minutes.
Yes,
suit.
I think that's going to happen because they just showed him shaking his head in the CAT scan machine. I'm like, that's what they're going to do. He's going to have the symbiote. It might have black splotches, but he ain't going to have the suit to the very end of this goddamn movie. I'm going to laugh my ass off when this ends up like the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm going to laugh because Sony can't fucking help themselves. I love it. This is why Disney's about to bone you in the asshole, guys.
Again.
It's so funny. I know that's what they're gonna do. Not to the very end of the goddamn movie.
I will watch this movie like the following Monday for like a matinee or something. I'm not giving this. I don't want to review this movie. I
don't either.
I will if
I have to.
Yeah, I will if I have to, but I don't think we'll need to because I think it's gonna be shit.
Yeah, we can sit this one out.
They literally showed the car crash scene twice in a teaser.
It'll be a bonus episode.
In a fucking
we might actually sit out the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie too.
Listen, I hate that. But she's the worst casting choice for Jean Grey ever. I can't stand her. She should just stick to fucking Game of Thrones and then quit acting.
Yeah, go fuck off. I almost called her Stacy Turner. It's Sophie Turner.
She's such a bad actress. God damn it.
Nice to look at.
Yeah, I disagree. I think she's quite ugly, but that's not important.
I think she's cute. That's the girl that I was kind of into in high school. Then I realized, I'm not stuck to the 120 people that I went to high school with. Okay, well, she was nice.
Yeah. You're not squirrelchin'?
Yeah, good times. Your girlfriend dumps you and you get made fun of.
Jeez.
Oh, you could just watch his heartbreak. Cool. So we got one more trailer. This one is a trailer for a TV show, but it goes full circle with our discussion about Netflix. Jessica Jones Season 2 trailer. Now, I've gone on record as not liking Jessica Jones that much, but I won't watch Season 2. I'm done. Look, after The Defenders, how shitty she was in that, and just that universe in general, I don't ever feel the need to go back. The only thing I'll watch would be Daredevil and The Punisher. Luke Cage can go fuck himself.
Yeah.
Iron Fist can go fist himself with his fucking iron fist. And Jessica Jones, I don't really need to watch another allegory about rape. We've seen it before. It's the same fucking shit again.
This is probably, which is amazing. I'm so indifferent about this one. I saw and I was like, it's not exciting. And again, like I said, I'd say that I like Jessica Jones Season 1. There are a lot of problems with it, I think. It's definitely... And again, and that's one reason why her character in the comic books, she's a C player because she's so fucking unlikable as a person. And it worked in Defenders because there were 3 other dudes who at least were likable, who you would say, they give a shit. Jessica Jones, the whole covering up your emotions by being brash and an asshole gets old real fucking quick. Like, you have to show some redeemable qualities. And especially in season 1, they drug it out for 13 episodes. And then finally in the end, she's like, oh, you know what? I do love my friend, da-da-da-da. And it's just like, she's so unlikable. And I just can't justify watching season 2 when I'm just so indifferent about it. Like, I'm like, this Jessica Jones season 2 is on the same level as fucking Jason Momoa's show Frontier. Like, I mean, I watch it if I run out of other shit to watch. I like season 1, but I ain't in a fucking rush to watch this shit.
What'd you guys think, Kendo, Nick?
Didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, I'm my only thing is the Marvel movies, and that's running out. So I have not seen any of the Marvel TV shows, nor do I care to. I got better shit to do. You know,
I haven't watched it. I was never really interested. Watch this because you told me to, and I was just like, meh, still don't care.
Yeah, it was a very poorly made teaser. I know people are going to go, the Purple Man might be back at the end. Didn't you see it? No, I fucking saw the trailer. That doesn't mean I'm excited. Just because David Tennant might pop up doesn't mean I'm going to spend 14 hours watching this chick and her fucking blonde best friend run around New York and fight and be jilted. It's not fun.
Will David Tennant be coming out of a TARDIS when he shows up?
That's a no.
Then I don't care.
Well, nobody cares.
Well, he was good in Doctor Who.
That's the best. All right, so that is basically all the stuff we were going to talk about tonight. So let's do a couple pieces of fan mail.
Jeff Story of the Week.
Oh, yeah, forgot. Jeff Story of the Week. Let's hear a Jeff Story of the Week.
It's actually also kind of a Dion Story of the Week.
Oh, shit.
Don't read it.
No. The headline will... Blind man with phobia of dogs given UK's first ever guide horse.
What?
oh god, go on, please.
Why would he want that? No, don't. He can't see it betray him.
A visually impaired man from Blackburn with a phobia of dogs.
This is from Blackburn. God
UK. Okay, if I wouldn't have told you it's in the UK, would you have known where Blackburn's at?
Obviously, I've got family there, asshole.
Really? You have family in Blackburn? Okay. So, Mohammed Salim Patel is due to receive Digby, an 8-month-old American miniature horse who stands 2 feet tall, who will help him with improving his mobility and carrying out daily tasks. He suffers from a degenerative eye condition, but did not want a guide dog because he has a long-standing phobia of dogs. And so they decided to remedy it by giving him a guide horse. So he's got a little miniature horse named Digby that has been trained and will be his, seeing eye horse.
God, I love it.
He has a midget horse. What the fuck?
A Shetland pony?
Well, I don't know if it's a Shetland pony. There are these things called miniature horses. I've always wanted one just because I think they're cool. And it'd be kind of cool when people walk in and they're like, there's this horse standing in my living room. Be like, yeah, that's, Biscuit. He kind of hangs out. It's like
I just can imagine we come out to Camp Kendo to make the movie, and in your living room there's a fucking miniature horse, and Dion's like, "Yeah, I'm done. I quit."
It might happen because I've always loved horses, and Camp Kendo used to have a big old fence because it was a small size ranch, and the discussion has been had about re-fencing it and getting cattle, and I was like, if we do that, I'm getting some horses.
I'm not coming over.
Oh, I forgot Dion's scared of horses because
I'm not scared. I just don't. Listen, I'm not going over this shit again. All I'm saying is, if you already can't see, why the fuck do you want a miniature goddamn horse?
Because he's scared of dogs, like you're scared of horses.
I'm not scared of fucking horses. Just get something else. Fucking horses are dicks. They're assholes.
I don't think you're scared of horses.
I'm not scared. I'm just saying we all need to be concerned that a handicapped person has an animal that will turn on him and betray him. I'm fucking concerned.
I'm not
You
concerned.
eat his sugar cubes and then leave him for dead? What is your fear?
I'm not concerned because I've never seen a horse go crazy without reason.
Oh, I've seen plenty of horses go crazy without reason. They fucking paralyzed Superman. What the fuck more do you need?
Well, he was riding it, and he didn't hit it. That happens sometimes. You got to make sure you hit that jump at the right thing, or else the horse is gonna.
Yeah, horses just sometimes fucking knock you over and they fucking
It's
paralyze
like
you.
sometimes dogs bite you.
Yeah, but if it's the scene, dogs are more trustworthy. They're like, hey, this person can't see shit. I'm his buddy. I got his back. Horses, I don't feel like doing this shit today. I'm gonna fucking kick him in the head, kill him. He's blind.
He's a miniature horse. He's been trained to be a guide horse. They've been doing this.
Listen, fucking, you can't.
Smaller than a Great Dane. It's like like a.
Wait, if this
like
guy's
police
blind,
dog.
why couldn't they just lie to him and tell him it's a horse and just give him a fucking dog?
Well, he's not completely blind. He's like legally blind, but to the point where apparently he needs like seeing eye help, according to the story. But he's scared
Why
of
don't we
dogs.
just give him fucking Panthers? We'll get Panthers. I mean, we train Panthers, right? Oh yeah, it's
No.
great. Fucking.
That's
That's a good
different.
idea.
Those are dangerous
We train
fucking
them all the time.
cats.
We got fucking tigers. That'd be great. Let's just fucking use seeing eye tigers. It's fucking safe as shit.
Don't give them ideas, Dion. You gotta get a cut of that royalty check.
Just give him a homeless dude with a collar, okay? It'll be a lot easier.
I don't see the problem of having a miniature horse as your seeing eye guide thing. But then again, I'm also not, scared of
Neither
horses
does
like
he.
Dion.
Listen, horses are such dicks. They will just shit. They're just like, oh fuck this. I'm gonna shit on the floor and my
You
shit.
mean like a baby?
Yeah.
Shit.
Horses
let's-
can be trained, Dion, right? You can do that. You can train horses.
Yeah, the horse that paralyzed Superman was trained as fuck, and he wasn't walking before he died.
Yeah, well, he didn't do a very good job of riding it.
There's a video of a chick doing a routine on the horse, and the horse just freaks out and drags her around and fucking kills her. Because the horse is like, hey, I'm having a bad day. Fuck you and fuck the horse you rode in on, which is me. I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, and occasionally you'll see stories about how this dog is the perfect fucking dog, but for some reason, he bit 5-year-old Johnny. Well, why did he do that? Well, the kid was pulling the dog's ear.
Listen,
Horses are not scary.
Yes, they just decided ear is fine. What you riding a horse? Oh, it just happens. Oh, they get pissed that someone's on their fucking back the whole time. Oh, that's fucking crazy.
No,
that's crazy to me. Who doesn't get sick of someone on their back the whole goddamn time, telling them to go somewhere? But sometimes they freak out and they sometimes kick you in the head and fucking kill you for no goddamn reason, and they shit in your living room because it's fucking walking you around because you can't see shit. Oh no, yeah, it's fine. It happens. Don't pull on his ear, Enrique. Don't pull on his ear. Okay, well I can't see anything. All right,
Who said they were pulling the horse's ear?
Well, you're saying that's why dogs bite people. What's this blind guy gonna do to piss it off? We don't
Nothing. Probably it's a guide horse. Dion, it's okay. Horses aren't scary.
Listen, when in a year and a half's time, when this story comes back up and we find out that he got kicked in the fucking kneecaps because little Jimmy Smith the horse got pissed off for some reason, and he fucking died and it trampled him with his little short midget horse legs, I'm gonna fucking send a picture of me looking at you and being like, oh yeah, it just fucking happens, Kendo. It's a miniature horse. We ain't got nothing to worry about.
You know what I'm gonna say back to you? Be like, shit happens, but horses still aren't scary. Why are you scared as horses, Dion?
Scared. I'm saying people should be concerned. They need to be aware of the danger that fucking horses are. Some shit. Listen, we got cars, people. Just use cars. You ain't gotta be riding fucking horses. Oh,
you want a blind person to drive a car now instead of having a guide horse.
Listen. Oh, I got a phobia of dogs. Fucking get over it. How about that shit?
Get over your fear of horses, Dion. Get over it.
What are you scared of? You can't see the goddamn dog, so what do shit. Dogs are just cool. They love you. This horse is like,
So does that mean you don't want to go to the horse track with me?
I'll watch from a distance. That's fine. I'm
not saying we're
Wait
going
till
to
you get
stand
to
on the fucking track and watch the horses race. Well, of course, we'll be sitting on the stands, placing bets and
I'm
drinking
okay
beer.
with that. I'm way far away. I ain't got to worry about a horse just jumping in the stands and killing people. I'm way
You
far
never know,
away.
dude. In NASCAR,
drinking.
sometimes the cars go over the fence.
I don't go to fucking racetracks either.
That's different. There's a lot of white people there. And they're usually Southern. I don't blame you for not.
I'd much rather go to a horse track than the Daytona 500. I'll tell you that right now.
God.
Yeah. Instead of horses killing me, I got to worry about getting lynched.
Yeah, I would say that, cracker ass rednecks are more scary than horses.
Yeah, I can beat up a fucking cracker ass redneck. I can't beat up a goddamn fucking horse.
Why would you? Horses are
can't?
such gentle, beautiful animals.
Pussy.
As a miniature horse, yeah, I'll just kick it in the head. A full-grown horse is like, oh, I can just rear back and hit you in the head, and then that's all that you see ever again.
And that's when the horse will actually kick you because it now has reason you hit it.
I'm not saying I hit it. I'm saying horses do that shit out of nowhere.
No,
On a whim.
on a whim. They just fucking like, get off my back. You're fucking dead. Stop leading me around. I don't want to fucking take you to Meyer, asshole. Kneecap.
What are you, Amish now?
All right. Look, it's time to go. I think we've been on this horse thing for far too long. Dion doesn't like horses. Kendo loves to prod him. When we get to Bourbon Street, all you can do is make Dion walk up to the horses. And
just get off your high horse because Dion's scared.
Get out.
Fuck you and your shitty joke. All right, it's time for fan mail. We only got a couple pieces of fan mail.
All right.
So Kaylin Webb says, "Hello there. Attached, I have included my act where I rewrite The Last Jedi for a table read. I am casting Nick as Lucas Stridewater. Every other part is up to you. I had this idea to rewrite The Last Jedi after listening to your My Immortal series.
Why am I cast all of a sudden? I didn't even have your audition. I feel good.
He's also been busy creating fan videos.
Yes.
One for Kendo Slice specifically. Does he practice Kendo? I've also included them. If you do not want me to rip your material in the future, just let me know. I will respect your wishes." Well, I'll click on your video.
I've watched the
after
videos. He doesn't rip our material. It's definitely a fan video. Like the one he made for me is like the dilly dilly thing because I specifically requested a GIF of dilly dilly but with a dildo, so that way when somebody says dilly dilly, the guy's not holding the beer, he's holding the fucking dildo because I think it'd be hilarious. But it is really great. Yes.
Well, I like Kaylin Webb,
so do I.
I don't have any problems with this dude.
Yeah, no, his videos are good. It's not like ripping us off. It's actually like a fan service video.
It's an homage. It's not like, they're blatantly ripping us off and then posting to our page or anything like that,
Yeah, and saying, hey, look what I did. I'm taking credit for the shit you've done.
Well, everyone should go check out the Kaylin Webb video. Kaylin Webb's channel is called Kaylin Webb. So There you go. Let's see. Other email. There's one I wanted to read because the title was just so goddamn catchy. This one comes from Jason White. This email typed in 4K.
That's awesome.
Anytime someone can rip on Phil, you get a fucking shout out. So thank you, Jason White.
Gold star, sir.
All right, so Jeff, I know you love Chevy Chase. So on a site called brickmania.com, they are selling a Lego Family Truckster set under building kits in the sci-fi section. No idea why it's under this category. Also, I know Joel, a.k.a. Captain Spaulding, always has a hard-on for aliens. If you could let him know about how Brickmania has the APC from the film. They had a dropship, but I don't see it anymore. Now, concerning Ranger Solo film, first, Ranger Solo is the name of those scooters fat people drive at Walmart, so that made me laugh at the name change even more. Second, I can't wait for the Fallout when it comes in theaters. At the end of the day, the only Star Wars movie I'm looking forward to is Hicks: A Star Wars Story.
It's the end of the day.
I'm going to go to Brickmania after the show. I think I have to buy, I'm going there right now, actually. I need anything with Clark W. Griswold.
The family truckster Lego set. That's awesome.
Oh my god. So it's under sci-fi. I'll look later. I can't get into this. We have a show to finish off. Also, we have a Reddit page. So a couple people sent some Reddit stuff over, and it's time to talk about that. So, over on the Reddit page, blah, 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 blah. Where's it at?
Yes, the Reddits.
Well, maybe I should have saved it as a screenshot so I could look at it quicker instead of trying to go through Facebook like the asshole that I am right now.
To read it? I have it right here.
If you got it, go ahead. I'm looking at Five-Headed Shark Attack.
All right, so from Rahale56 says, did you know that this D&D duo who have been hired by Feminist KK won, I don't know how, an Emmy for best writing against the likes of Mad Men, BCS, and others for an episode with the line, you want the good girl, but you need the bad pussy. I know what he's talking about. It's Game of Thrones. And yes, I did know that they won an award for best writing, but you realize that that's not going to be a line ever used in anything Disney-related Star Wars.
Is that really a line from Game of Thrones?
Yeah, they go off to this place called Dorne, which is kind of like, sort of like Arabia, but not exactly. It's like all sandy and like sun-bleached and all that shit. And this higher sellsword guy is doing some shit, and these chicks kind of jump him, but they're assassins, and the one girl says to him that he wants a good girl, but he likes the bad pussy, and it's like, well, I can relate.
Well, it's official. I'm not buying this family truckster. It's $240.
Good
Jesus.
Yeah.
You could get a
Thanks
real
for the-
family truckster for that.
Yeah.
It's really well made, but for $240, I would need to I don't know. I'd rather buy one of those Super Nintendo things that I've been wanting to get. So yeah, god damn it, $240 for fucking Legos.
Yeah.
Legos.
Shit's expensive.
Yeah, it's been going up over the years. It's weird.
Okay.
So Kenda, what's the second part?
We got two more. We got Huge Asshole, friend of the show. He says, what would you guys ideally want to see in Man of Steel 2, assuming they make it? It has to take place in the DCEU, but if you want, you can have it take place anywhere in the timeline, for example, in between Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman.
Brainiac.
I would like it to happen in a parallel alternate dimension where I don't have to fucking watch it. That's what I want.
Yeah, I've watched Man of Steel a couple times. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's not as good as say the guy that fell off the horse, Superman. I don't know where I'd want to put it. I don't know what I'd want to see out of it. I don't know, maybe an improvement on the first one. Sorry, Hugh. I don't really have an answer for you other than, can it be better?
Or just not have it at all. You know, that's always an
There's
option.
that.
Yeah. Is there another question?
Yeah. Bob Smithy, friend of the show. I must have missed you guys talking in detail about Mundane Matt. I'm going to add in Cuck in an earlier episode. Why do you guys dislike him? From what I've heard in a few of his videos, his thoughts and opinions seem to align with yours, at least in terms of The Last Jedi.
Bullshit they do. The motherfucker backtracked. Go listen to him on Midnight's Edge. Oh, I watched it again. I'm not... He puts out a fucking title. Oh, Disney ruined Star Wars. And then 2 days later on another channel, oh, I was wrong. Fuck you. That's why I don't like him.
Yeah, my dislike for the Mundane Cuck goes a little bit further back than that. I've talked to Jeff about it extensively off air. A lot of it's got to do with the pretty much right after the 2016 election, where he seemed to go from... to me, he was always kind of a fence sitter, and we'll go into this more when we do the video on him, our specific hit piece. He was always kind of like a fence sitter. I mean, at times he would bring in articles from various different things, like news stories, and he'd give an opinion, and then he started to fence sitting. That's why I started to dislike him. And then he was big on the Bernie train, but as soon as the election happened, then he started to get more political, which I didn't. You can be political, I don't care, but he would still fence it with it, and it's you should be mad at the entity that screwed your candidate over instead of bitching about the guy that ended up winning and then trying to sit on the fence and play both sides. It's like he's trying to appease both groups. He's trying to appease everybody and get everybody to love him, and then he changed his name. He went from Mundane Matt to Matt Jarvo, and it's just...
But no one loves him either way.
Yeah, and I got to the point where I eventually just unsubbed from him because I was just like, dude, I used to really enjoy listening to you talk about 5 or 10 minutes about, some lady couldn't get Bobo the monkey on an airplane and how it's a disgrace. That's fine. But and then also the airline thing was another.
That's when I stopped.
That's
listening.
another reason why I really started to dislike him, because he took the hot button issue, went all in on it, and then realized he fucked up, but wouldn't really say he fucked up. He went.
I wonder how that video had thousands of dislikes.
Yeah, because he was, dude. If you watch any of his videos between November of 2016 and that spring, he would put out a video that was why this teen mom's bad for leaving her baby in a hot car. Well, yeah, no shit. But then he'd have another video about I'm going to talk negatively about Trump tweeting something I don't like, and then there was tons of dislikes. So he would get some likes videos, but then he'd also put out stuff that was starting to get tons of dislikes, and his ratio really started to take a beating at about that point.
Yeah, he's the most unlikable dude on the net. I look at it like this. When Gamergate was a thing, Mundane Matt was relevant. Not anymore.
He's smug, and he thinks he's really cool and smart, and everybody should.
He's not that smart. He falls into that fake category I always talk about. When you watch someone's video and you can clearly pinpoint they just bought a bunch of stuff at Hobby Lobby to be like, hey, I'm a fan like you. It's No, you went to Hobby Lobby. You didn't even get the fucking free coupon. Like, fuck you, dude. You're not into anything. You don't represent anything. You're like the pop vinyls. You're just an amorphous blob of shit. You're not really a good, I don't know, what's the right word to use here? A good shepherd for, like, fandom.
Yeah, he's Dollar General Kevin Smith.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
God, he's not even that good.
jeez.
Well,
He's
he
Dollar
thinks he is.
Tree Kevin
That's
Smith.
even better.
Yeah, because everything's $1 at the Dollar Tree. Dollar General, they fuck you at the drive-thru.
That's right. Velveeta shells
so
and
this
cheese,
episode-
$3. My ass. It's supposed to be $1.
Nope. Dollars in your name! Sir, that's not the price. That's a story for another day. So,
Bitches.
this has been episode 109 of World Class
God damn.
Bullshitters. Jesus. It never ceases to amaze me that it's like, oh yeah, episode 109, 110. Soon it'll be like, yeah, episode 645, live from Spain. It's like, Jesus Christ. Because we can.
Because we can. Yeah.
We made it big. Fuck you, that's why. So, this has been World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon page, patreon.com/worldclassbs. Thanks to all the wonderful patrons we have. Coming soon, worldclassbullshitters.com. Bought the domain name, getting ready to start the website. Don't know if I'm going to use Wix because of Rhett and Link, or if I'm going to use Squarespace because of the Keanu Reeves commercial. But either way,
I love
the website's
dude,
coming.
I've been watching those too, and I've been just like, "What are you doing, Keanu?" But this is hilarious.
I'm thinking he needs to be nominated to be a WCBS patron saint.
If Richard Donner's the patron saint of the channel, what would of what? Of filmmaking?
Yeah.
I guess Keanu Reeves is like the patron saint of acting. Well, he's not a really great. Okay,
He's
so much
not a
better
great
now.
actor. That's a bit much just to go there.
Yeah.
Well,
You can have more
That's
than
why I started saying. I was like, he's not a great actor.
just give him an honorary sainthood because
He's a
he's
pallbearer.
he's
Keanu Reeves is
hey,
a pallbearer of
We'll
World
put him in the Hall of Fame.
Dion, how about this? How about he's the patron saint of the nicest actor in the world?
okay. All right, I'm down with that.
And it's got to be a
I've seen him give up
page
his
on the
seat on a
website
subway.
for sure.
Yeah, patron saint of generous actors.
Well, hopefully we can get it to where we can put out. You remember those little pins of the saints they give you at church?
Yeah.
Get those with one with Richard Donner's face and one with Keanu Reeves. Get our patron saint pin set for only $9.99 at worldclassbullshitters.com. Collect them all, or some dumb shit
Just
like
send
that.
Keanu Reeves and Richard Donner a DM. Hey, can we use your face for our pins?
I feel like if we told Richard Donner in person that he's the patron saint of our podcast and what we're about, he'd go, I like you guys.
Yep. He'd be totally down for it.
Plus, we talk about Lethal Weapon every fucking week.
That's true.
You love that movie.
And I'm watching Superman right now, so I mean,
Oh, God, such a great movie.
yeah, we are Richard Donner fans through and through. Anyway, if you really like us and you want to be a part of World Class Bullshitters, make sure you follow us on Facebook. We have 2 Facebook pages. We're on Reddit. We're on Twitter. YouTube is a great way to contact us. And our email is worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.
.com.
So, yeah, this episode is like a 2-hour and 7-minute episode, which, I mean, I don't care.
the director's
I'm fine
cut.
with that. Yeah, well, it needed to be said. We talked about the Star Wars, so, yeah.
There was
there
a
you
lot
go.
of information in this episode.
Like I said in the beginning, this is the most dense World Class Bullshitters episode, but that's not a bad thing.
No, not at all. Not at
A lot
all.
of meat.
Yeah. Oh my God, Hillary made prime rib for New Year's. It was so good.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so hungry right now.
I know. Well, Mister, you ate 5 Big Macs.
No,
or
I
something
didn't
today.
eat 5 Big Macs. I did the Triple Crown. And I went up the ladder this time because it's harder to do. I ate the Mac Jr., then I ate the Big Mac, and then I ate the Grande Mac. And let me tell you, I felt like shit afterwards. And then I kind of fell asleep on the couch for a little bit watching TV, woke up, was like, all right, I got to go to do some tutoring gigs. Did that. Started to feel a little hungry, but I got a feeling by tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to be like, oh, God, I feel like shit again.
Yeah, because it's
You're gonna go to
McDonald's.
3
That's
more.
why.
Hey,
It's a lot of it.
A lot of the burgers are actually pretty delicious. It's just, the other
Oh,
stuff.
dude, the Big Macs are delicious. I just don't recommend doing the Triple Crown. It's the second time I did it. First time I did it, I went down the ladder, biggest to smallest. This time I went
I
up
know
the
what we're
ladder.
doing at WrestleMania now, Jeff.
I felt like there was a little bit more
Going to Willie
challenge.
Mae's Scotch House. Sounds like it. Anyway, listeners, I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I'm the man, the plan, and I got an original tan. Dion Green.
A little stutter.
I've been your friendly neighborhood Simone saying, spay and neuter your dogs and cats.
Or your stupid children.
Yeah, those motherfuckers too.
I've been Kendo Slice. Giddy up.
I should change Dion's text tone to just a random fucking horse sound.
Fuck you.
Hashtag
Hey, Dion,
scared of horses.
Mr. Would you like to get a Mr. Ed DVD box set in the mail?
Yes.
Wilbur!
As a collectibles item that I can put in my closet, and
He won't watch it. It'll give him nightmares.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course. All right, folks, here's that song you all love.